against the law.
Sponsored by Missouri 811.
Retirement can be scary, but only if you're not prepared. That's why AARP created thisispretirement.org. Because unless you've already retired, you're in pretirement, and you still have time to plan. Learn about retirement savings options, potential tax breaks, and how you can build savings over time. Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan and feel the retirement fear disappear. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Onyx, I keep having stomach issues. Please make me a doctor's appointment.
Okay, are you suffering from diarrhea, bloating, gas, or oily stools? If so, you may want to ask your doctor if it could actually be a problem with your pancreas, called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI.
My pancreas? How is EPI treated?
A prescription medicine like Creon, pancrelipase, is used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes. Creon is the #1 prescribed treatment for EPI.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor, and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. You can learn more at 1-800-633-9110.
Before your appointment, visit creoninfo.com. That's CREON info.com.
Hey guys, it's Rob Brenton from The Drive on 96.5 The Fan. We're excited to launch Beyond the Pitch KC, a limited podcast series documenting the run-up to the World Cup with our friends at 98.1 KMBZ.
And I'm Scott Parks from Dana and Parks. This is about Kansas City, not about soccer. Telling the story of how our town ended up hosting the world's biggest sporting event.
New episodes drop every Wednesday starting on March 4th, plus video clips on 96.5 The Fan and KMBZ social channels.
Subscribe to Beyond the Pitch KC on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
96.5 The Fan, KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, in Odyssey Sports Station. Welcome into Fescoe and Dusty.
I mean, come on, guys. What are we doing here?
A show that, analytically, exists between 6 and 10 weekday mornings on Kansas City's only FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan.
Oh, buddy.
Live from the studios that brought you.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Here's Bob Fescoe and Dusty Likens.
Delivers. Caglianone bashes it high in the air, deep right field, headed for the roof. It's off the catwalk. He hit the D-ring at the drop. A mammoth home run from Jac Caglianone. His first hit in his hometown. Back-to-back homers for the Royals in the top of the first inning. It's 2-0. Here's the pitch. Fastball laced high in the air, deep left center field. Mullins is back. He looks up. It's gone. Off the wall. It caroms back in play. Home run signaled. Second one of the game for Jac Caglianone. A 2-run shot in front of family and friends. What a homecoming for Jac Caglianone.
All right, wake up. Go to MLB.com. Vote Cags. You can do it 5 times.
I know that I'm hard. What a night, huh?
He's bricked up. He's thick. He's rocked up. He's kegs, eggs,
and
eggs
in football. Let's go.
Oh, mama. What a show the kid put on last night.
That's a party.
All over the place.
That is a coming out party, man. My God.
He puts a tanker in the fountains twice against the Cardinals.
What's a D-ring?
I've been pounded this week.
I was last night, man. I didn't move. I was naked on the couch.
Woo! That's not a sight we need at 6:01.
Well, you got
it,
it's
buddy. 6:02 now.
Well,
it's a little bit better at 6:02 than it was at 6:01.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Somewhere Maloney's driving fast to your house, I'll tell you.
Come on over, Rob.
Hey, Dusty.
No clothes, full service. What a show last night for that kid. What a story he's having right now.
What a year. Yeah, my God.
97-year-old grandpa gets to come see him play for the first time in the stadium they used to go with Gramps to watch. And then he hits one off his McClanahan, his friend, who now, what his dad said to Joel Goldberg, is going to live in the same neighborhood as his mom and dad, right across the street.
Cool.
And Jack takes him off the catwalk in the D-ring.
What is a D-ring?
I can give you 3 guesses, and your first 2 don't count.
Okay. I mean, a D-ring?
You're looking at one. That was not 438 feet.
Cirillas?
No, that was
That's just where it stopped.
Yeah, 480.
I mean, as soon as he hit that ball, it obliterated. It was like when Benny the Jet Rodriguez on 4th of July night hits one into the fireworks, and everybody just turns around and looks up and goes, "Oh my God!"
You're likely referring to the infamous D ring at Tropicana Field, the home of the Tampa Bay Rays. It's one of the 4 suspended catwalk rings, labeled A through D.
Oh, A through D. I mean, everybody knows
it's,
that, right?
Yeah.
Is the D the higher ring?
No, I would imagine they're all.
D ring.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I think they hit the A ring twice because we couldn't catch the ball when it went in the air. And then the funniest thing I saw last night, I kind of want to ask Q about this today, is Lofton's at third, Avlia's on the mound, and just prior to that, there's a pop fly, and Jack prematurely grabbed it because the backspin would have taken it out of bounds. Very next time, it goes up in the air, and Lofton just puts his forearm, like when your grandma used to hit the brakes and put her arm over it. He did that to Avlia. He's like, no. Let it go. It's going to go foul. And it went foul. As they just obliterated the Tampa Bay Rays. They've won 5 of their last 6, and in those 6 games, they've scored 50 runs. Jac Caglianone has 3 multi-hit home run games in the month of June and 3 since June 9th. The kid has arrived.
Yeah, he really has, and it's awesome to see. And if you want to do the "I told you so"s, you should be doing the "I told you so"s.
That's arrogance.
Because you've been on the kid from day one. But I mean, it just goes to show you this kid should have been playing from day one, and maybe the season is different if this kid is playing from day one because he's been an absolute spark in the lineup. Maybe not. Maybe you're shaking your head a little bit. Maybe not. But
yeah, I don't want to do that.
No, that's fine. But I also like to just kind of remind people, man, like they made major mistakes at the beginning of the year with this lineup and with this team, and that's why we're in this position. It's maybe it's not the players because we're watching Jac Caglianone hit, we're watching Carter Jensen hit, Michael Massey's starting to hit a little bit. I mean, I got a text from my buddy Jim, 75-year-old Jim, yesterday. He goes, "Man, it's going to look good next year." Like that's where the Royals fans' mindset. He said to me, he goes, "Wait, with all these guys hitting and trading Vinny, it's sure going to look good next year." Because Jack's playing great at first base.
Yeah.
And Dusty keeps talking about the Wally Pipp situation. And it may be very much so a Wally Pipp situation. And if that happens, then that happens. And those are one of those things that we just have to accept and, kind of move on from and maximize your roster. But, Jac Caglianone this guy just absolutely is white hot right now. And it's really good to see kind of the fans be rewarded for this one, quite honestly.
This is, I think, Ryan's call.
Junior out with the sore knee. And now Caglianone. Wow. Where will that land? How about in the catwalk? That is a Caglianone Jack. He almost hit it out of the stadium.
Let's try that again.
Out with
Listen to the sound of this bat and tell me that you're not hard at 6:05.
Junior out with the sore knee. And now Caglianone.
That's a pro.
Wow.
It's a man at 23.
Where will that land?
Do you think he could hit it through that roof? Because that roof looks like it's like cellophane or something up there now.
Is a Caglianone Jack. He almost hit it out of the stadium.
It's June 20-something, and it's the first time I've seen a game in Tampa this year.
Picked the right one to watch.
And they're a team that's actually really good. And that's the first time this is the first week I've seen anything about the Tampa Bay Rays.
I mean, and they've been
playing a D-ring, though. That's cool.
They've been playing really good baseball.
They have. They've been one of the best teams in baseball right now.
So the Cardinals.
Yep.
And the Royals have just come in there and slaughtered them. Now they got 2 more
Lead
against
the AL in hits.
Yeah.
Lead the whole AL in hits, which is so weird.
What a weird season.
Very strange season.
And half their roster's injured.
Yeah, half the roster's injured, yeah.
Because we can glaze Jack all morning, which we probably will, because you need to go to MLB.com, you need to vote Jac Caglianone, you do it 5 times. All you have to do is hit repeat your vote every time, every morning. Vote Cags, vote Cags, vote Cags. Get this man at least in the home run derby, because you want to see that. In Philadelphia, where he can put one in those upper tanks, hell, he could hit the Liberty Bell. The one that lights up more than the Western Auto sign.
Yeah.
That's unnecessary, but
no, it's true, though. They had 2 years to figure the Western Auto sign out, and they couldn't get it. I mean, come on.
He might hit that when they get the new stadium.
Maybe. Yeah, that would be a shot up there. Maybe that would turn it on.
It turns me on.
It's on right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
On.
Yeah, finally. I mean, why was that a thing? I mean, everything involving Casey Moe is a thing. I mean, everything involving Casey Moe is a thing.
Yeah. So the text line says, now we just need to figure out where the O-ring is.
Yeah, I know. So is A the lower ring, and then B and C and D as you get higher up? Or, I mean, like, what's the level of rings in that place?
Yeah. I have no idea. I just know that he just said Fred to that thing on the catwalk, for those that know. Mac,
I was hoping Lefevre broke out in that on the catwalk.
Mac, you do know the story of Wally Pipp, right? Yeah, okay, figured. Yep. I got a migraine, man. All right, this guy Lou's going to play for you today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then he's just going to go be one of the best baseball players of all time.
And 2,137 games later, Lou Gehrig, or whatever the number was, Lou Gehrig would finally leave the lineup. Sorry, Wally.
Yeah, nobody ever heard of you again.
Sorry, Wally. But, I mean, look, if you get the opportunity to make a move with Vinny or somebody like that, I think you probably have to at this point in time. You got to find ways to continue to turn over that roster. It's not a negative thing. People think trades are a negative thing. You're getting pieces back in return, and the team that's trading for you wants you too, which is a really good thing.
And noticeably last night, McClanahan, left-handed pitcher, 96.
I was told he
inside.
couldn't hit lefties though.
That was earlier. Now he's absolutely hitting. It doesn't matter if you're lefty, ambidextric. It doesn't go with your toes.
Numbers versus eyes.
It's going very far. 14 home runs on the year now, hitting 277. Absolutely arrived. So, but the thing that is the elephant in the room is
Darryn Peterson not going one?
Cole Reagans. We'll have Q on later. We can bring it up, but I think there's nothing really changed other than the fact that you know what it is. It's surgery. We don't know what kind of surgery yet.
Talk to you later.
He's definitely going under the knife. This will be yet again another surgery on an elbow where he's had 2 Tommy John surgeries. I wish I could paint the picture for a beautiful sunrise like we had this morning, but it's impossible. He's injury bugged, proven, and it sucks, man, because this is once again a guy that was going to be the ace of your staff, and now injuries are going to put that away, and just you struggle, man. You got Waka, you got Lugo, Bubic is on the IL, you got Reagan's on the IL, and you're snake bit with injuries this year. Michael Garcia's on the IL, Bobby Witt Jr. is not playing now. There's I think a comment last night that he would have been able to come into the game.
Yeah. Why are we doing that, though? Leave him rest as long as he possibly can, because as we've been talking about, the season's a wash right now. Don't do anything that could potentially risk Bobby getting injured again and making this a longer thing. That's my opinion on that. Don't put him in late in the game to try to steal a base to grab a win in a season like this. His health and recovery is much more important than anything else right now.
Yeah, I mean, 5.5 out of the wild card. I'm just saying. But
that's against the rules.
Yeah, I know. Can't do it. Mac made the rules. No bad FIFA reads and no wild card chasing. So, but this is the highlight of your season right now is you get to watch this 23-year-old kid who they drafted 6th overall do exactly what was promised. Why I drove to Omaha, Springfield, St. Louis through a tornado and back, and I hung on this, and I knew that this was here, and now he's getting his shine in his moment. And he's got 14 home runs. He's a powerful first baseman, and he's putting the team on his back right now, and he's absolutely slugging the piss out of the baseball.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. And, you go back to that draft with Cags, too, and the Royals were projected at that point in time to probably get the number 2 overall pick. Thank God they didn't, because they probably don't take Jac Caglianone at number 2 in that draft. Who they end up taking, obviously, with the draft, as we talked about yesterday, probably would have been a home run talent, obviously.
Yeah, it would have been Burns.
Yeah, it could have been Burns. I mean, you just don't know if they were leaning pitching, leaning bat. Right. Who knows at that point in time? But, I mean, the Royals, I remember when they got the 6, I was like, man, they got screwed on this one. And now you have Jac Caglianone. And so sometimes good things do come from bad results, if you will. And picking 6 instead of 2 has turned into a guy that now you started to build a little collateral around Bobby Witt Jr. You got Cags, you got Bobby, Carter's playing good right now. Now you're starting to see a little bit of a team starting to form. But with the Cole Reagan stuff, man, this is one of those things. I'm just going to say this right now. If you're relying on Cole Reagans in the future, you're doing your job wrong at Kauffman Stadium. To me, Cole Reagans is no longer part of your plan, and you cannot rely on Cole Reagans, because now this is the 3rd elbow surgery that he's going to have, and you have to think it's a harsh conversation, but it's the reality of the business and what you should be doing. This guy's been injured a lot. You can no longer rely on Cole Reagans. He's no longer part of your organization and part of your team. When you're making moves for the future, when you're thinking about if there is a 27, if you're thinking about the future of Major League Baseball and your team, you've got to be thinking about your future without Cole Reagans. He's just not a reliable pitcher to have in your organizational's rotation right now. And so if you're thinking, oh, next year we'll have Cole Reagans, you're making grave mistakes. You're making big-time mistakes, and you're screwing the organization if you think Cole Reagans can be part of this moving forward. If he is, great, but you cannot predict and plan for Cole Reagans to be a part of it. The flip side is it reminds me of the Priest-Holm neck injury, right, where this guy got this injury and it wouldn't go away, and it ultimately ended his career probably prematurely. And we may be seeing Cole Reagans' career ending prematurely because of the injury type of situation. And those are the worst guys because it's not ability. It's not the way that he pitches. It's not that he isn't any good or anything like that. It's these damn injuries keep firing up and they take careers away from some of the greatest athletes. And I hope Cole Reagans isn't one of those, but I can't plan on Cole Reagans being part of anything going forward right now.
Yeah, he's got to hope he gets better and he rides out the rest of his contract with Kansas City and gives you something in the future, but I don't think what that something is. I don't think you should put on the front burner.
No.
I think it is what
maybe
it is.
He's a closer of the future, Dusty. Who knows?
I don't know. But I will say this. It is fun to see a season that has gone in turmoil, and all of a sudden these young kids are getting time to shine, and they're doing exactly what they need to do, and that is give the upper management and current management no reason to think about anything else because Carter and Cags were part of your system in the minor leagues, and now they're up here and they're producing, and that's something that you want to see, and now you get to rebuild. Now you've got to look at the future and be like, okay, is this my leadoff hitter in Carter Jensen? Is this my third hitter in Jac Caglianone, my first baseman? And my shortstop's Bobby Witt Jr., who hits second? Okay, the future of my lineup is Carter, Bobby, Cags, Garcia. After that, we got some blank to do. So we'll get into that. Plus, I want to give you guys a question on the other side about Cags and Bobby that relate to the Chiefs. Plus, we'll get into what happened last night, which was the NBA draft, as Darryn Peterson went number 2 overall to the Utah Jazz. We get into that next year on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Carter Jensen, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, weekday mornings starting at 6, right here on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you something. My friends over at Heartland Men's Health are saying, hey, it's time to come see us now because the truth is ED can ruin the moment. When you're getting intimate with your partner and you aren't able to perform the way you want to or the way you used to be able to, that can be really frustrating. But at Heartland Men's Health, there's a wide range of advanced medical treatment options for every stage of ED that can help you get back to performing again. And maybe you can do it even better than you have in years. Heartland Men's Health uses advanced medical science to empower male performance with therapies that go far beyond pills. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%, and some treatments can even have you last an hour or more. Heartland Men's Health is successfully treating guys right here in Kansas City, and they're ready for you. Schedule a consult with Heartland Men's Health today. Your initial visit is just $99. That includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider, a T and PSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Plus, they've got an expert staff, and if you're like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. They have 3 locations, Overland Park, Independence, and North Kansas City. So call them today, 844-447-6600, or visit heartlandmenshealth.com.
Hey, it's
You're
Dusty
listening to 96.5.
And from those makers of Surfside, something new is hitting the shelves this summer. Introducing Super Light, the new vodka plus 8-can cocktail. Inspired by classic sports drink flavors, Super Light comes in 4 delicious flavors: fruit punch, orange, lemon lime, and my favorite, the blue chill. With only 90 calories, 0 sugar, and 0 bubbles, Super Light delivers a refreshing taste that's perfect for the summer. Whether you're on the greens and making those putts, shooting hoops with your friends, or soaking up the sun at a baseball game, Super Light is here to fuel the moment.
Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, and I'm here with Rob Side at Rob Side 4. Bob, I smell a grill. What's cooking?
Kevin, the grills are fired up, and so are the deals. Right now at Rob Site Ford, it's the Ford Employee Pricing Sales Event with the best deals we've had in the past 12 months.
Now that's saying something. What are we talking?
Employee pricing on virtually every new Ford on our lot, plus even more dealer discounts on top.
So how hot do these deals get?
Up to $17,500 off brand new F-150s at Rob Site Ford, plus huge savings on Expedition, Explorer, Bronco Sport, Bronco, and more.
Wow, that's 5 alarm hot.
Exactly, and unlike Kevin's Burgers, these deals are coming out juicy.
All right, I walked into that one.
Shop Rob's Site Ford, Kansas City's top-rated Ford store on Google. 4.8 stars and nearly 3,500 reviews.
Rob's Site Ford, 135th and State Line, or robsite.com.
Buy right, Rob Site.
On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel's changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore with FanDuel's Super Sub. If your player subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. Your bet stays alive, keeping you in the action longer. So you're still in it until the final whistle. Super Sub covers the entire game, including extra time. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started now. Look for the yellow Super Sub icon on the game page and the My Bets page. If your player leaves the match due to substitution or injury, your bet automatically transfers to the substitute who replaces them. Go to FanDuel.com/local. That's FanDuel.com/local. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. FanDuel Sportsbook's the official sportsbook of 96.5 The Fan. 21 in President, Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, this is Lauren. And a little thing I love about the hash brown scrambled burrito is that it's going to add the protein that you need. The eggs with those crispy nuggets. It's the ultimate combo.
Hi, this is Maya, and a little thing I love about the hash brown scrambled burrito is that it's packed with protein. Having Chick-fil-A chicken, breakfast burrito is just phenomenal to me. You have the chicken, you have the eggs, and then you add these hash browns. It's just complete, honestly.
Order the Chick-fil-A hash brown scrambled burrito and Simply Orange Juice on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
ZipRecruiter.
And Doug. There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means sitting front row at a comedy show.
Hey everyone, check out this guy and his bird. What is this, your first date?
Oh, no. We help people customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual together. We're married. Me to a human, him to a bird.
Yeah, the bird looks out of your league anyways.
Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Join us at 96.5 The Fan's World Soccer Headquarters at the Peanut on State Line, June 25th with the drive starting at 2 and kickoff at 9. Presented by Truly, the official seltzer of U.S. Soccer, and by Security Bank of Kansas City, boldly local since 1933.
Brought to you by Climate Control Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Visit ClimateControlKC.com. Climate Control has been serving KC homeowners for over 35 years and know how to get your cooling system ready to handle the scorching hot summer. Schedule your AC system tune-up for just $49. Don't wait. Visit ClimateControlKC.com today. Climate Control Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Hey, it's Carter Jensen, and this is your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
On the Missouri side, the downtown loop is in good shape, and on the Kansas side, I-435 through Shawnee and Little Mill Creek has road work that will slow you down. I'm Bill Brooks, 96.5 The Fan Traffic.
I wouldn't be here if I didn't go to Kansas, so it was a huge part of it. I played for one of the best coaches ever and some of the best fans ever, and I'm going to a similar situation with Utah. So it prepared me like that. I'm going to have a great fan base.
What?
Great fan base.
They prepared me like that. I'm going to have a great fan base.
Utah does have some young talent, so we'll see.
Who?
No, they really. I mean,
I'm
awesome.
legitimately at who's their coach out there at Utah?
I actually don't know who their coach is, but they got one of the best GMs in sports. I don't know about their coach.
Do they
but
really?
Danny
Ainge
Ainge is a wizard. Yeah, he's
home run.
He's with Brad Stevens.
Audio.
He's back. Jack's back.
Yeah. I literally don't know what's going on. I literally have no volume.
Turn his computer down there.
Yep, I'm doing that right now.
There you go.
Having a seizure over there.
Yeah, for sure.
Jags. Ace Bailey, Laurie Markkinen is really good. Keontae George is really good.
Yeah.
Walker Kessler. They've got some young guys. It'll be interesting to see him
is that a good fit out there? Because I look at Utah and I'm like, that's like the last place I'd want to go play. There's
as a place,
but it's beautiful out there.
It is really pretty.
I mean, it's hard to have a good time. You got to buy a cookie to get a glass of wine. I'll never forget being in Utah. You got to buy a meal to have a drink. I'm not hungry.
Some of that stuff's changed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that was 6-7 years ago now.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe it has changed in that period of time. But I'll never forget driving into Utah after 10 hours on the road and can't see straight. I just want something to drink. Like, well, you gotta have a meal. I'm not hungry. I just want a cocktail. How about a cookie? I'm like, fine, So you got to buy a cookie to get the wine or whatever it was at that point in time. But so it's cool that he's going there. He was the number 2 overall pick, and I thought about this, and I wanted to ask you guys this, and I didn't last night because I wanted to ask you on the air. There were essentially 3 number 1 picks in that draft last night. You could not, on paper yesterday, have gone wrong with one of the 3 guys that you picked at number 1. I don't remember a draft like that in any sport where you're looking at, there's 3 legitimate number 1 picks right there,
Yeah, unfortunately, the 3rd one didn't go to the 4th pick.
Yeah, I think Boozer. Yeah, I disagree. I would actually say that all 4 would be number 1 picks.
4?
I would even extend it to Caleb
a little bit more.
Yeah,
To Caleb
I think
Williams.
Boozer's a stud.
Yeah,
I think he's a bona fide stud.
Yeah, I think all 4 of those guys should be really good in the NBA. Now, a lot of it depends on the situation that they're going to as well. That's why I ask. I'm like, is Washington a great situation to go to if you're DeBansa? Is Utah a great situation to go to if you're Darryn Peterson? Like, how many of these guys are going to be counted on to be the saviors of these franchises that haven't been able to get out of their own damn way, for the last decade? Because that Washington franchise, guys, and again, I'm asking because I don't know, when was the last time they were a relevant franchise?
John Wall?
Yeah, John Wall and Bradley Beal. Yeah. They had like a season or 2.
Yeah, long time ago, though, right?
Yeah. And relevance is a subjective term. They were in the playoffs. I don't know how relevant they were, but yeah.
Yeah.
Just to kind of bring them back, though, to be one of those teams that's in the mix and that you talk about. So there's a lot of pressure on all 4, if you want to talk about it, because you got a kid that got drafted out of North Carolina that's going to Chicago.
Yeah.
Good Lord for that kid.
And he also has a similar name to their quarterback.
Yeah.
And they have Caleb Williams and Caleb Wilson.
Yeah,
that
Caleb
will be hard for the radio host.
That's not going to be tough.
I apologize.
San Diego
to the radio
Chargers.
I know, right?
Oakland Raiders. We share your pain.
You mentioned the San Diego Chargers. I looked at a list last night on one of the aggregate things that like MSN does where they feed it to your homepage, and it was like top 32 NFL teams that, whatever it was. And 2 of the teams were the San Diego Chargers and the St. Louis Rams that they talked about in an article. This is where the AI, this is where I get mad with AI. When you're doing stuff like that, you're having the St. Louis Rams.
It's blatantly obvious.
Yeah, that's.
And the San Diego Chargers. I know we all, but come on.
Did they write this article at the old Casey Airport?
They did, yes.
I thought it was a good day yesterday for the Metro of Kansas City as well, right? Caglianone is doing his thing with the Royals, right? We all but got solidified. It's not 100%. Some goofy stuff can still happen that we're probably going to see Messi and Ronaldo in Arrowhead or Kansas City Stadium in the World Cup stage as one of those guys will play their last game ever in a World Cup match. And you can see that in Kansas City for the right price to get in at $4,500.
Yeah, that's to get in.
You saw Keaton Wagler of, Shawnee Mission Northwest. He gets drafted 5th overall. He'll be a franchise changer. He's going to be a stud. 6'5" point guard, should be a decent piece.
Yeah,
and then
top 5 pick.
And then Bennett Sturts, Northwest, Liberty, Iowa, all those schools with his man. He goes 16th overall.
Yeah, to the Grizzlies,
to Memphis. So like that was a good day for the Metro yesterday. Darryn Peterson at KU, obviously not from here, but played at KU. He went 2 overall. So Sturts, Wagler, Peterson, Cags, Ronaldo, Messi. Hello, Summer.
There's a lot going on right now. And real quick, shout out Bill Self had knee surgery, right? Gary Bedore reported that yesterday because I was getting texts from people, Bill's the only one not there.
Too much creatine?
I'm like, okay, come on now. He had knee surgery. Like you got to let people know he had the knee surgery. So, and he did. Obviously Gary Bedore reported that yesterday, but people were starting to get the wrong idea about Darryn Peterson. Come on now. Get off that train. He had knee surgery. That's why he wasn't there. Shout out Coach Cal. Great job of knowing where the cameras are the entire time. Reminded me a lot of me when I used to go to the stuff in 14 and 15 with the Royals, go back and look at all the pictures where I'm kind of in the background. Great job by Cal. Great job pretending you're on the phone like you're on some big phone call while they're showing DeBansa and you're sitting in the background. that was fun last night to see a little bit of that NBA draft. Now, I checked out about pick 6 or something like that, but, because...
Oh, damn, when the draft started?
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, I mean, I saw what I needed to see. Yeah, that's when it started. As Dusty and I looked at each other this morning and went, everybody got traded again last night. Like, tell me who's where when this whole thing is over. It's so hard to follow.
I was connected to the draft, and then once Yaxel Lundenberg, once he got drafted, I was like, okay, I don't really care about Mara and these guys after that. But then
Mara's so good. I'm so, jealous and pissed. The Thunder.
You don't think
They're
he's going
so
to
good.
You don't think he's going to get pushed around?
You think?
I think he's just. I don't know if he's going to make it.
Oh,
I think he's got the height, but in college, you don't have that 6'8" guard behind you that can just jump above the rim and be like, the hell did this guy come from? Like in college, you can really separate yourself. He did that really well at Michigan, right? Because they had a loaded roster. You think about it with Dusty May's team, and now he's in, Dallas. But
7'3", 260.
Yeah, okay.
7'6" wingspan.
No, I mean, I get the sizes there, but I watched Michigan play a lot of games, and he wasn't to me the toughest dude in college. So I'm excited to see him play in the pros. I mean, we'll see if it works out. I worried about Zach Edey. I think he held his own in his first year.
Yeah, Zach Edey's been good.
He's done his own thing. And
I would have Mara. I think that's a good comp because of the height. Obviously, I would have Mara much better. I think Mara can keep up with guards. Okay. He's very quick.
7'3", 260, keeping up with guards.
No, you should.
In the NBA.
I'll send you some videos of him in the NBA draft, especially. But even last season, I love his side-to-side movement and him next to Chet and next to the defense they have. I mean, it's just trying to do? Ridiculous.
Build up the front court.
Yeah, well, there's a reason why. Obviously, you got to stop a big man down in San Antonio.
Yeah, Miami did the same thing. Miami put their front court with giants and big men. They're we're just gonna beat San Antonio. We're gonna get in the playoffs.
Weird because they're in the East.
But how many teams built themselves to try to stop the Chiefs over the years? Right, it took them a good decade to finally get to where they wanted to be for the most part. But I mean, that's what you have to do in order to be the best. You've got to beat the best.
Because Mack had said that Wemby either is or will be face and hated and all this stuff in the league. You're seeing teams in the West or in the East go, all right, we can handle the East because we saw how weak the East was last year. That's not a out of bounds statement, I don't think.
No.
And everyone's saying, okay, the West is Giants in Oklahoma City and Giants in San Antonio. Mm-hmm. So if we get to the finals, we don't need to worry about the East. We just need to worry about these two teams in the West. And I think that was a little bit what Colin Cowher was saying yesterday with why it made sense that Giannis would go to Miami because in the East, Knicks were the 4 seed? 3 seed?
3 seed.
Yeah, 3 seed, yep.
Right?
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Pistons and Cavs were the 1 and the 2?
Pistons and Celtics, maybe?
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Celtics were the number 2 seed.
Yeah, that's right.
The Celtics were the 4.
Cavs were the 4 seed.
And so you look at that and you're like, okay, we can hold our own against competition like this, but the West is the best.
Yeah, and we didn't even mention Jokic is another big guy that everyone in the West is always thinking about. So yeah, you just got to have size there. So Oklahoma City did that. And apparently Bennett Sturts, as you mentioned, traded to the Thunder. Didn't see that after he was picked from the Grizzlies. So another just guy who's going to be ready and come in and be great. I like Sturts too.
It's interesting though because you kind of have that chasm in all sports. Like the West is so much better than the East. The National League is so much more talented than the American League and the AFC. When you start to look, somebody put a list of the best quarterbacks in the NFC out there yesterday, and I'm like, oh my God. I mean, the list of quarterbacks in the NFC compared to what we have in the AFC is just night and day, completely different. Every star for the most part is in the AFC at the quarterback position, other than really Matthew Stafford.
You can blame Mahomes for that.
Yeah.
That's why everybody else in the NFC went defensive line.
Absolutely, to find a way to do something completely different. We're not going to find a quarterback like this, but let's build our team up to try to defend a quarterback like that.
Yeah, at least the NFC has the best rosters.
Yeah.
AFC may have the best quarterbacks, but it's still balanced because you think Seahawks, Rams, loaded.
Niners.
Yep.
Niners, yeah.
Yep.
It's weird. It really is strange like that, though, how the pendulum leads one way or the other in all of these sports. It's crazy.
This is kind of interesting Cliff Clavin note here. This comes from Retro Recall. Jack Nicholson, deal to play the Joker in Batman 1989, just came out I don't know, it was whatever the anniversary was, is one of his smartest Hollywood moves in history. He dropped his $10 million fee that he charged directors and producers to be an actor to $6 million in exchange for a cut of the box office, merchandise, and future sequels.
He's still making money.
Nicholson reportedly earned $50 to $90 million from one movie. Pure power move from Jack.
Beautiful.
Hey, you don't need to charge me 10, but I want some stock.
Right.
Okay, we'll see if this works out.
Yeah.
And then Tim Burton goes on and on and on.
Yeah, Jack's cashing checks every day.
50 to 90. He stole my balloons.
Good Lord, that man never had to work again after that.
Seriously.
That movie. That's awesome. Good job out of you, Jack.
Great decision.
Yeah.
So we'll get into our poll question in about 3 minutes or so. But the trade deadline, because obviously you saw maybe some videos yesterday in Arizona. The draft for baseball is getting ready to happen. So now you have the combine, as you will call it. Some like 16-year-old kid or 17-year-old kid threw a 97-mile-an-hour heater from shortstop to first yesterday. He shot up into the base. You would think that with the Reagan's news that the Royals might lean towards pitching in this draft. J.J. McCullough was on with Bink and Gold yesterday, and they were kind of talking about, I know Bink, the phone call dropped right when Bink was getting ready to ask him a good question, because I think Bink was saying that, like, what do you do nowadays? Like, we're seeing these college kids get drafted and eventually, like, come up real quick. Cags, Kurtz, all these guys, right? And now it's like, do you take the high school kid or do you take the college kid? Because we're seeing the new way in baseball, right, is you really don't see this anymore. Because I remember being a kid, being completely spoiled, not being able to wait patiently, still have the same problem. Royals draft Butler and Gordon, and my dad, who's a big baseball follower, is like, yeah, well, we got 4 years until we see these kids. And I'm like, damn it, dude. Gordon out of Nebraska and Billy out of high school. And I'm like, all right, whatever. And then they finally get there, and you're like, okay, the 3 years in the minors, the whatever, and they get up. Now we're seeing, like, guys get drafted, and then within a year, they're in the big league roster. And we're also seeing guys get called up younger, right? Like Connor Griffin was 19 years old making his MLB debut. I don't know where they go in the draft, but I know that there's a trade deadline coming up, and you do actually have some pieces that maybe you could move. I don't know if Kolek's a guy you move. I don't know if Lynch is a guy you move. Schreiber's a guy you could possibly move. But you're going to have to reevaluate your team, because we talked earlier about these young guys playing when the season is pretty much lost, but they're still playing like they have something to play for, and they're damn right they do. They have a roster spot they're trying to solidify and keep.
Well, a roster spot here or a roster spot elsewhere too. If you're on a team like the Royals right now,
Alex Lang's a name too, man. Lee Summit Lang.
There could be movement all around. There could be no movement. And I was listening to some baseball conversation yesterday on a podcast, and the conversation was a lot about the trade deadline. And one of the things that these folks kept talking about, which I found very interesting, is that you've got to understand what happens during the trade deadline. A lot of it is based on what fan expectation is, and obviously finding a trade partner and all of that. But you also what the expectation is, for your organization, where you were at the beginning of the year, where you are now, and where you expect to go. And when I heard this conversation talk a lot about fan expectation, I thought about that, because I want to know from Royals fans, what is your expectation as a fan at the trade deadline for this organization? Are you expecting big moves? Are you wanting them to stay pat? Are you thinking little moves? Like, what would be your fan expectation at the trade deadline? Because for me, I look at it and I go, for the most part, call me about anybody on this roster. I'll listen. Doesn't mean I'm trading anybody on this roster, but we're open for business. If you're the Royals, you are open for business, and you're listening to everything. You're laughing at maybe a Bobby trade or a Cags trade or something like that. But for the other stuff, you're listening, and you have to be listening at this point in time, because this collection of guys together has not worked. And so you can't say, well, I like our talent, and these guys are good guys, and all this kind of stuff. The results speak for themselves. This collection of guys together, for whatever reason, just didn't work. And so my expectation is you be open for business, you be willing to trade, and you start to look forward to the future. I want to see moves at this trade deadline. So I ask you guys, I ask the text line as well, what's your expectation as a fan for what this trade deadline should be?
Let's see your talent.
Active.
Yeah.
That's my expectation.
My expectation is active and quick. Act first.
Yeah.
Get out there before how I always do the trade analogy, like you probably did this when you were in college, when you took your books back, right? First semester of college, took your books back. Before you left home, you were too late. You didn't get anything back for them. Then you find out from your friends, everybody's, oh, yeah, you got to go early because they don't have those books yet, and they'll give you more money. Then you go back the next semester, you're the first person in line, and you walk out there with $433 in your hand, right? In the MLB trade deadline, if you don't act first, people are like, oh, yeah, we already have our left-handed hitter.
Yeah.
Lane Thomas is out there, man. He ain't a part of your future.
None.
Hey, you want a left-handed hitter that's really shown how he can play? Here's Lane Thomas. Better surprise than we gave him credit for at the beginning of the season.
Absolutely.
Lane Thomas.
Yeah.
More like lame Thomas. No, more like Trade Thomas.
Trade Thomas, yeah.
And you've got, guys like him, Schreiber. I don't know if he's a part of your future, but he's pitched really well. Daniel Lynch has been a staple in the bullpen.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, it will hurt to see some of these guys go, but you've got to rehash and regroup.
Right.
Because that's just the way baseball goes. Because if you don't, you get stuck in these ruts where you're like hoping a guy like Cole Reagans will come back or a guy like Chris Bubich will come back, and then they don't.
Right.
And then you're set back. And that's the unfortunate part about, the trade deadline. So I would like to see them, if you're asking me to, what my wish is get active early.
Get active early. I like the active early.
August 3rd is the deadline.
Yeah. And you're right. Anybody who's really not part of the future needs to go. I mean, there's no reason to hang on to John Schreiber. No offense to John, but from a baseball standpoint, there's no reason.
Or any,
or Lane Thomas. I mean, that's a nice bat for a contending team right now, guys. You could get a nice piece back in return because there aren't a lot of those bats out there right now. And Lane Thomas is not part of your future right now. Ship him out.
Yeah, again, I only think there are 3 guys you shouldn't be mentioning.
Cags, Carter, and Bobby? Yeah, I'm with that.
I'm loving it. Well, hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday.
All right. He got drafted number 2 overall last night. We asked a question on the text line, the Fescoe and Dusty poll question on a Wednesday. At the fan 965, will Darryn Peterson be a success in the NBA?
What do you define as success, guys?
I haven't posted this poll yet.
Okay.
Do you want me to write before I put it? Would you rather me put it the other way? Will he be a bust because that's more definable? You guys decide. You let me know.
Oh, I think you're right about that. A bust is absolutely more definable than a success because your success, and my success may be all completely different.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would say a success in football would be the quarterback gets the second contract before the. So, to be fair, is C.J. Stroud a bust? No. Has he been a success? I don't know yet. Because they didn't give him that next contract yet. They gave him the wait and see deal.
They got the wait and see deal.
Even though he had that rookie year where you're like, all right.
They friend zoned him real fast down there, right?
But he's still been not a bust.
No, he's definitely not a bust.
No, he's not.
But I don't know if it's a success.
Yeah.
Right? Because last year it was like, oh, crap.
Well, I think it is. They went to the divisional round, 2 years in a row right now, right? Playoffs all 3 years with him, right?
Playoffs all 3 years.
Yeah, divisional round 2 years in a row, get knocked out by the Chiefs, who they lose to last year, New England, right?
Yep. And then the Ravens in his first year. That
game against New England was a bad football game.
Because his first year they went 21-21 to halftime against the Ravens, and then they got shut out.
Yeah, they got destroyed in the
next
second
year
half,
he
right?
got beat by the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And then remember D'Amico Ryan's like, well, those refs, man, they didn't call those,
Yeah, and people clang on to that. That was
oh, really? People clung on to the ref comments with a Chiefs game?
Like when that ref got hurt at Kansas City or against the U.S. and the ref got out and they're like, oh, he plays for the Kansas City team. Okay, fair enough. And then last year, obviously, it was a disaster in the playoffs. He just got absolutely mollywopped by their defensive line, and everyone's like, well, if he didn't have this defense, and we would, all right, we'll give him like the wait and see year.
But he also did it without some of his weapons last year. So, no, I think he's been a success. I don't think he's been an overwhelming success. But, hey, man, you took a franchise that was dead stick for a couple of years and got him back to the postseason. So, I think he's been a good success. This is a big year for him to see if that's the guy you want to move forward with and see if he's the guy that you want to build your franchise around moving forward. There's no question about that. But I think he's been a success. Could you do better? Probably. Mm-hmm. And you should always be looking to do better.
Maybe you could do the poll question, will Darryn Peterson NBA boom or bust?
Yeah, there it is. Boom or bust. That's the poll question right there. Great job, Dusty.
Be a boom or a bust?
Will Darryn Peterson be a boom?
And then we can have a conversation. What's the definition of a boom?
Yeah, what's the definition? It's a D ring.
Well, it's that or, AJ and Big Justice, which, this guy.
Dixon Myers, happy birthday. Here's our big boom.
Why is the best part of the audio Russo in the background?
Dixon Myers, happy birthday. Here's our big boom.
We'll ask Binkley about Dixon Myers on the other side here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Jay Binkley.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Tune in to hear Royals insider Josh Vernier every Monday at 8:20.
Professor Vernier sitting up here, bloviating.
On your home for Royals baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, I'll tell you, my friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control are just really fantastic. I mean, they came out yesterday, and I was getting the dog inside as they were taking care of the yard, and I'm watching outside what they're doing. And you talk about guys that go above and beyond, right? It's not just the simple mow your grass and get out of there. They actually stayed for a while, and they did all kinds of cleanup that I saw, that I was watching, and I'm like, man, these guys are really going the extra mile. They're going above and beyond, not just cutting the grass and making sure it looks nice, but cleaning up to make sure the entire yard looks awesome. And those are the little things that I love from my friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. I love them also because they made my yard look fantastic. It's great now. We love our yard, and we love sitting outside as well this time of year. Nobody likes the mosquitoes. Nobody likes the fleas. Nobody likes the ticks, any of that kind of stuff. So you need to get the mosquito dome on your house like we have on ours. It keeps all of that out so we can sit outside and enjoy these beautiful nights, and our pets can run around outside too, roll in the yard and not have to worry about getting those fleas and ticks. So it's time for you to call my friends over at Aspen and get your yard fixed the right way. Get it done now. Get a free estimate and up to half off your first application when you mention this ad. Visit them now at aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com.
On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off, and that means your bet goes with them. Well, not anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. Even if your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. So you keep your bet alive, and it keeps you in the action for even longer. So now you're in it until the final whistle. The Super Sub covers the entire game, including extra time. This summer is going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be even better with our friends over at FanDuel. All you need to do is visit FanDuel.com/local to get started now. Look for the yellow Super Sub icon on the same page and the My Bets page. If your player leaves the match due to substitution or injury, your bet automatically will transfer to the substitute who replaces that player. Go to FanDuel.com/local. Let there be goals this summer for the World Soccer Championship with FanDuel. FanDuel is the official sportsbook of 96.5 The Fan. 21 in President, Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's a lawman, 3-time DUI award-winning attorney in Kansas City. You wanted results? Here you go. First-degree murder charge, dismissed. Felony DUI, dismissed. Felony to misdemeanor, multiple. Felony jury trial, not guilty. Call the lawman, 816-816-9111. Take it away.
The lawman gives results of the law. Call the lawman. Let the fight begin.
Voted by Pitch and Casey Magazine, the choice of a lawyer shouldn't be based on advertisements.
Too many tools, too much stress, and way too many bills.
Odoo replaces it all. One connected platform for every part of your business, so you can work faster, smarter, and for less. Odoo, the only software you'll ever need. Try it free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Vehicle safety starts underneath. That's why the pros choose Napa for undercar solutions that stop safety issues before they become costly problems. Go further with complete repairs that restore stopping, steering, and stability. Then grow your business through trust and repeat visits. With premium rotors, pads, struts, and wheel hub assemblies, Napa has everything you need to keep undercar under control. That's Napa know-how.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
For all the things you have to do and places you need to be, let Uber take you there. Because you had just one more 3 rounds ago. Because the 5 a.m. flight seemed like a good idea at the time. Because check engine lights always appear at the worst possible times. And because parking downtown is a nightmare. Because there are nights out, airport trips, and car troubles in your area, there are drivers in your area. Uber. Request a ride today. Wait time varies. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
At Liberty Mutual, we love helping people with things like customizing car insurance, just like how we customize a song for you. Catered country tune. Liberty Mutual, saving you bucks by protecting your truck. 'Cause 30 told me to only pay for what I need. Thank you, Limu. Always trusting Limu with Liberty, 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 Liberty.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLInjuryLaw.com.
On the Kansas side, I-35 at Gardner Road has long-term ramp closures, and on the Missouri side, I-70 east of downtown has ongoing work between the Paseo and US 40 31st Street. I'm Bill Brooks, 96.5 The Fan Traffic.
Sing it. Your kids are in the car. It's summertime.
Come on, Kling.
He loves beer and chewing tobacco, football and booze.
And Harry Kane.
He knows Bobby Bowden. He knows Pete Carroll. He likes the 3-4 defense. He's Jay Binkley.
God, I love that song. I mean, Kling texted me last week, Dusty. He goes, "Who wrote that song for Binkley?" I said, "I did. AI." He goes, "Oh my God, it's perfect."
Yeah, you and Luke Bryan are both really good songwriters. Beer, fish, hunt, camo, golf, beer, football,
I just
boobs,
said, sing me a song about Jay Binkley, a man who likes all these things. There it is.
All right, let's address the elephant in the room. Jay Binkley, why did you hang up on the Royals general manager yesterday?
You know what? I didn't. He was still talking. He even said he had a great answer when he texted back. He was going. I was like, man, I wanted to hear the one thing because it has been a seismic shift in Major League Baseball to college players being drafted and not high school. And name, image, and likeness, man. These guys are sitting there. They're getting offered, $2 or $3 million to go play at Vanderbilt, which is a hell of a lot better than toiling around the minor leagues. So no wonder why they're going to college baseball. It's why college baseball is getting better.
And it should be. And if Major League Baseball is smart, they'll utilize college baseball like the NFL is doing with college football. That's why you had the Sorsby thing yesterday. I mean, hey, we're in this together. We're not going to do anything to jeopardize this because you're getting free development in the NFL from college. And now Major League Baseball is going, let's cut the minor leagues. Let's not draft high school kids, and let's just use the college ranks as our minor leagues.
You know what? It's always been like that. It's like the SEC, the minor leagues. They don't have to pay insurance. They don't have to pay anything on the players. You just go. That's your seemingly your farm system. The biggest surprise to me is a couple days ago when the NFL says we're going to basically start a practice squad for officials, and you could be relegated down to the UFL. Like, I was surprised by that statement because there's never been that correlation between the NFL and the UFL. I know people forever have wanted that minor league system in football, and I was like, wait a minute. You're talking to me you could send officials down to the UFL if they suck? That's an interesting proposition.
And they should announce it every week and embarrass them so the fans know the officials that screwed up that get sent down, and that way there's kind of accountability and transparency in all of this too.
Yeah, there's no question. It really shows you where the NFL sits right now. And I know they backed away from gambling at first. You guys remember Tony Romo was having like a fantasy football clinic?
Yep.
And they wouldn't let him do it, even fantasy football, because the NFL didn't want anything to do with gambling. Then all of a sudden now they've embraced it. You have a pro franchise in Las Vegas. You have DraftKings and everything else with the NFL. But they're so worried. And that bothered them when there's so many people, the refs just want the Chiefs to win and all this. But they're all about integrity. Like Brendan Sorsby ran into it because the same thing happened to Keyshawn Booty of the Patriots, because he had like 8,900 bets, even betting on himself at LSU, and nothing happened. But with the NFL, they're so worried about this this image, and we got to be real, and putting Brendan Sorsby. Now you got to get the officiating just perfect, and if you're not, your ass is going to be in Birmingham doing the UFL. Like, it's amazing how bad they're working on their perception right now.
It really is, but they should be too, especially with the Sorsby. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of money that comes in from gambling. People already think, with their tinfoil hats about what the NFL does and how they work around things. And then with the college stuff, you want to create a synergy with college and have a working relationship with them. The last thing you want to do is, overstep them and welcome this guy into your league when college is saying he can't play. And there's really no need for Sorsby to be in the NFL, quite honestly.
He's just going to have to sit out and wait. The one thing he's finding out is, like, he had this enormously powerful legal team. When he had his own lawyers, and then he had the power and the money of basically the state of Texas and their attorney general and Texas Tech and all that gobs of money at Texas Tech, he had them behind him. Now he doesn't have Texas Tech behind him, and now he's basically cut his legal team in half just going with his own lawyers. And he's going to see how this goes, because when he was, beating the NCAA and everything else when you put the power of Texas Tech and all that money behind him. Now he doesn't have that. Now he's got his own lawyers. Probably just needs to sit this out and not sue his future employer.
Binkley, I have to ask you about my guy, Jac Caglianone. How impressive is this heater that he's on?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Jac is so fun right now, Dust, man, and he needs to be in the home run derby. I mean, you just look at it. I mean, they put Bobby in it in Texas. Now, granted, he's from Texas, but 2 years ago, he had 16 home runs at the All-Star break. Last year, Jazz Chisholm was in it with 17 home runs at the All-Star break.
You take his lollipop.
Jac's going to easily be to 17 home runs by the, July 13th is the All-Star game, something like that. So
July 14th,
Jac's probably going to be at 20 home runs.
I think he's going to be at 25.
He could be. That shot last night, man. Like, it has been rare that I've seen a home run like that. I mean, that thing was gone in like 2 seconds. How fast and how far. I mean, there was a no doubter. I mean, it was just gone. Usually, sometimes you wait. Is going to be a home run or not? Man, that thing was out in a second. Like, he's so much fun to watch.
It hit the D ring.
Yeah, I have no idea what the hell even the C rings are. I've been in there too.
You have?
And, yeah, there's probably no bigger piece of crap than the Trop, man. I mean, it is like they had a guy selling nachos dressed as a USC Trojan. I mean, that place sucks, man. When you think about bad places to watch baseball, the Trop is number one. I mean, baseball's hit the ceiling and everything. That place is a huge piece of crap.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. I'm just surprised you were there. Who ends up at that place watching a baseball game?
Jay Binkley.
Nobody does. And the one thing, too, is
but you
they
did.
Actually have a big TV I did, yeah. But see, I'm a loser, man. And I went down there to watch preseason football. It was back when I first got divorced from
Which
the wife
time?
number one.
Okay.
Well, one. Yeah, and I took a little time. And I had gone to River. That's back when the Chiefs were in River Falls. I went up there to watch camp.
What year is this?
Then I hopped on a jet, flew to Tampa to watch a preseason game in football, and then I was like, what the hell? And I went to the Rays game.
Well.
So what year was this?
Oh, gosh, it was right about 2000, 99, 2000.
Sounds like
2001. Hell, I don't remember, Bob.
Sounds like we need to have Jay Binkley be our summer story session.
I mean, it
someday.
sounds like it, yeah.
Binkley, I'm glad we got your Trop rant. That was priceless. And are we going to see you soon, or is Cody back?
No, Cody's not back. I will not be. I'll be there at night tomorrow night. I'll be there at night tomorrow night. But no, but hopefully I'll see you guys soon. I had a ton of fun last Friday with you guys, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
All right, Binkley.
Dusty rocking Stone Cold Steve Austin sleeveless shirt. Bob dressing like he was in the 3rd Infantry of the American Revolution. It was just awesome. Mac's mom, you name it. It was awesome.
Mac's mom really wanted to meet you.
It was great, man. She was just tearing up those wings, man.
I know that I'm hard. All right, Binkley. Well, we'll talk to you again next Wednesday, brother, and keep enjoying this Jac Caglianone heater.
Oh, man. Completely does, man. See you guys later.
Later. I have no words. We'll come back and talk about Jac Caglianone on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
This is Fescoe and Dusty.
Brett Veach has the most underrated chest I've ever seen.
On your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan. Fescoe and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends over at Window World want you to call them and say, hey, replace all of our windows just like you did with the Fescoes. Did you know they have over 30 replacement windows from Window World? And we love Window World windows. But we're not the only people who love Window World windows. You know that they are the official windows of the Kansas City Chiefs. But also, when you talk about Window World, over half the appointments that Window World will set this year are from previous customers or referrals from those customers. This is a testimony to the customer service, quality, and commitment to creating loyal customers that you'll get from Window World. And we know as customers how awesome Window World windows have been for us. When we needed replacement windows, it was one call. It was to Window World, 1-800-GET-WINDOWS, a simple phone number to call and get those replacement windows. The windows are so sturdy as well. If you go into their showroom, they'll stand on the window for you. Or you can have them out to your house and give you that free in-home estimate that everybody loves. So it's time to get those replacement windows. It's time to seal up your house and not let all that air conditioning cool the outside. So call Window World today. 1-800-GET-WINDOWS. That's 1-800-GET-WINDOWS or at windowskansascity.com. 1-800-GET-WINDOWS. It's Window World.
Feeling the squeeze of high prices? Then stretch your budget this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Stock up and save big with 99-cent deals throughout the store. Get special recipe brats, pork loin ribeye, Dole salad kits, and more for just 99 cents. Fill your cart for less with red-hot deals on hundreds of items. Order online or through the Hy-Vee app and leave the shopping to us. Don't miss the 99-cent sale this weekend only at Hy-Vee.
Soccer Fever is in Kansas City, and Hy-Vee is your headquarters for official merchandise, apparel, tailgate, and watch party needs. And Hy-Vee makes game day so easy. They have ready-to-go wings, pizza, party trays, charcuterie, and, of course, all those delicious sweet treats. If you're planning a cookout, great. Hy-Vee special recipe brats, burgers, and steaks are the best. Check out their match day meat bundle for only $30. And don't forget about Hy-Vee's wine and spirits department. For all of your game day needs, count on Hy-Vee.
I hear the sizzle of the grill. It's time to buy Gates sauces and seasonings for your 4th of July cookout. Make sure to use both for a boost of flavor on your dips, chips, and more. Try Gates salad seasoning on raw or cooked vegetables and sprinkle over corn on the cob to give it that extra flavor pop. Stop in and pick up a couple of slabs of ribs or a party tray to serve this 4th of July. Whichever, Gates has you covered. All 5 locations will be open this 4th of July. Gates has proudly served Kansas City for 80 years. Thanks with love.
And the match is about to begin.
Most of the team is out with COVID-19, so there'll be some substitutes tonight.
What's this? We have an unexpected guest on the field.
It's a dog. Well, they could do with extra players.
She's going for the ball.
Are front paws hands or feet?
Soccer season is full of surprises, and COVID-19 could be one of them. If you test positive, prescription medications may help. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Learn more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Stuck on the railroad crossing? Get out of your vehicle. For help, call the number on the blue and white emergency notification system sign at the crossing. Give them the crossing number to alert train traffic. Remember, find the blue and white to save your life. For more information, visit oli.org.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit swlinjurylaw.com.
Watch for ongoing bridge and road work creating lane closures. U.S. Highway 69 at the Metcalf Corridor in Johnson County. Generally, traffic is running well through the entire area. I'm Bill Brooks, 96.5 The Fan Traffic.
Join 96.5 The Fan at the Peanut on State Line, Thursday, June 25th, as C-Dot and Rob broadcast live starting at 2, with kickoff to follow at 9 o'clock. 96.5 The Fan, KFNZ FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station. This is Fescoe and Dusty.
I got Mahomes' balls in my hands.
On your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Oh, yeah, football.
From potholes to pop-ups, we got it covered.
Hey!
Here's Bob Fescoe.
Take a bite out of my ass.
And Dusty Likens.
Big nuts. Back at it, 7 o'clock on a beautiful Wednesday in Kansas City. Thanks for listening to 96.5 The Fan. Mac Morey, Bob Fescoe, Dusty Likens, all with you today as we grind our way through the summer. Got some information yesterday that I had no idea about. So we have our annual meeting today with the building, right? And we got some food being cooked by some people that work here. One of them is Carrington Harrison. Apparently, Carrington Harrison is supposed to man the grill and cook burgers, and he responded with, "I've never grilled a hamburger before." Now, I love Carrington. Him and I are boys. If you don't believe me, you can ask him from 2 to 6 or 2 to 4:30 today. We need to have a discussion about this. Never grilled a hamburger before at the age of 38 years old. Am I being hyperbolic and to say, what the hell? Or is this a normal thing? Because this guy's got food takes to the moon. Barbecue beans are overrated. Pulled pork sucks, right? Hamburger Helper's trash. Red Lobster's the greatest restaurant on the face of the earth.
What?
Never grilled
That's real? That's
real.
a take?
Real. Never grilled a hamburger in his life.
Yeah, quote, I've never grilled a day in my life.
Yeah.
Never grilled.
Wait, hang on a second.
Grilled.
You live in Kansas City. Like, one of the check marks of being an adult male in Kansas City is cooking raw meat over a flame in a parking lot.
Not once.
How have you never done that?
No one's even handed him the spatula in the middle of the table. Hey, man, I got to go, rip a pea real quick. You got this. It never flipped. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't have any words for that. I really don't. I think that's immature. I really do. Like, you're 38 years old and you've never cooked a burger on a grill?
He can't even be washed as a cook if he hasn't even stepped in the tub. He hasn't even grilled a thing.
Crazy.
I mean,
It's actually crazy.
You're a male. One of the first things you get when you move out on your own is a Weber kettle grill.
They're like $50.
And you grill. And you grill because you're a male and you don't know how to do anything else at that point in time, right? And then as you get older, you learn and you start to mature, and it ends up like, Dusty, and you're making gourmet meals. But, like, he went to college, right? Mm-hmm. I think we grilled that almost every day.
I was going to say, in college, yeah.
That grill was always fired up.
For
Somebody's
sure.
always throwing hamburgers or hot dogs or brats or whatever.
He's never been at the family barbecue?
Yeah, come on.
And Unc was like, hey, Dot, get over here. Flip these real quick. I'm going to go grab me another beer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Never man the spatula even for just for a minute.
Hanging out with the friends at a house or something, and, hey, I'll handle the grill. I honestly...
Somebody says on the text line that he's lost his man card.
I mean, well, there's no such thing as a man card. I hate that conversation.
I've got one in my wallet right now.
You do? Can I
Yeah.
see it?
Yeah. Oh, it's in the car.
Oh, you left it out in the car. That's too bad. So, I'm not trying to be, like Dusty said, hyperbolic or anything, but at 38 years old, if you are a male and you haven't cooked over an open flame, you've missed a big part of life.
Jac Caglianone's grilled a hamburger. He's 23.
I guarantee you.
Yes.
I mean, I guarantee.
We got 15-year-olds listening who grilled a
Maybe
burger.
that should be our poll question. Are you an adult and have you grilled a hamburger?
Because if you're going to have food takes,
yes,
I feel like you got to have some sort of, ground to stand on.
Who's worse in the kitchen, Binkley or Carrington?
Who's worse, the guy that can't grill a burger telling you about food, or the guy that doesn't drive and tells you how to drive?
Yeah, well, that's the other thing.
I would trust
or the
Bink on
person
the
who's
grill.
not a parent that tells you how to be a parent.
You know what I would do with your child?
Yeah, no, I don't think you're doing the right thing. I had somebody tell me that one time. I don't think you're doing how do you know? You're single and 50 and you don't have any children? What do you know about anything like that? Like, people who don't have the experiences are always the first ones to offer you that life advice. So you're right. He criticizes everybody else's cooking and he's never grilled a burger.
I wonder what would look worse on video: 50 Cent throwing out the first pitch, or Carrington trying to flip the burger.
Well,
for the
that
first
50
time.
Cent video is going to be tough to beat, man.
I mean,
we'll see today.
Look, full transparency, I am not going to this work event today.
Oh,
I am boycotting. Okay? Because I have a remote to do from 11 to 1. So come see me downtown. I got free T-shirts today. 11th and Main, the Lightwell building will be there from 11 to 1.
Yes.
Free T-shirts.
And he got his hair cut for the event.
Exactly. Just come see me today between 11 and 1. I want you all guys to come down. How many T-shirts do we have to give away? 2? 3? Because I remember when we had Hosmer Day, we had 6 T-shirts to give away, right? And they're all 3X. I have medium and 3X.
Yeah.
Which size do you
want? A night shirt, or you want one that you got to go lose a few?
I'll take a large. I got medium and I got 3X. Which ones do you want? So, no, but come see me today. 11 to 1, Lightwell Building, 11th and Main. You've been down there, Mac, a couple of weeks ago for this event, right? And handing out free T-shirts.
Super fun.
All you got to do is come by and say, give me a T-shirt, and we'll give you a T-shirt.
Somebody says, hey, forget being a dude. That's a Midwestern thing in general. I grill all the time. Signed a 34-year-old female listener.
There you go.
Praise be, Mama.
Yeah, there you go.
Damn right.
CDOT has the palate of a toddler.
Yeah.
Maddie didn't get dino nuggets and mac and cheese.
I mean, but when you think about things like you should have done by the age of 38, grilling a burger has to be one of the things on that list.
My son was grilling
right?
at 10, LOL. Watch the grill. I need to grab a beer. I bet CDOT can't light the grill.
Oh, my.
Golden.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did he light the grill?
Light the grill, yeah.
That's a legitimate question.
Fair question.
Absolutely.
Very good question. Yeah. Does he know how to light the grill? Are you sure they're just not going to put like an air fryer out there?
I'm glad I brought cookies, Mac.
or a microwave? Does
No,
he not cook, or does he, like, if you're single, I would think going out or cooking at home is a wash anymore, right? For the cost of food, maybe? I don't know. You know, you can go to Chipotle, get 2 meals out of 1 burrito if you wanted to. Does Carrington cook at all?
In a microwave.
Yeah, it's that one text says the only thing he cooks with is a microwave.
Who does more microwaving, Carrington or Binkley? I'll continue. Who microwaves a burrito better, Carrington or Binkley?
Oh, Bink will have the system down.
Who cooks a Jack pizza better, Carrington or Binkley?
Caglianone.
I'd give it to Bink no matter
You,
what.
you would give it to Bink. What about his pizza cutter? Does Carrington have one of those?
Didn't he have at one time Carrington had like a thing he was doing called Cooking with Carrington?
Yes, that's right. He did.
And he was like, you got to lime your meats, and he was cooking on a stove.
Was he doing like real stuff, or was he like making stuff up and like trying to cook?
Who knows?
Because
I mean, I know he's working out, so maybe he's eating healthier. Maybe he's starting to cook more.
I don't know. I go back
Get
to
a grill.
this video or picture or whatever it was that Binkley posted a few years ago when he tried to make a quesadilla. Did you see that dang quesadilla?
He threw it across the kitchen.
I mean, this thing on a plate with like chopped red onion on top, it looked like something that you would never eat.
I still wouldn't. Somebody says we have CDOT and Gold do a grill off. To me, that looked like 2 of the nerds on Survivor trying to start a fire.
Whoa. Are you telling me Alex has never used a grill
No,
either?
he has a smoker and knows how to use it.
Okay.
He smokes his family turkey on Thanksgiving.
Oh, good for him. He ought to just go to Smokehouse and get it and save the time.
Somebody says Gold has a better palate than Carrington, and he couldn't even smell or taste.
He can't taste. Yeah.
Take the day.
You win. No, that is crazy, though, man. Like, come on,
Somebody
Carrington.
says no more food takes from CDOT unless it's about PB&J or Captain Crunch.
Well, now
Captain Crunch Dot.
Yeah, that cuts the roof of your mouth.
Well, you know what?
time.
Cut your teeth on the effing grill.
Yeah. I mean, but he lives downtown, right? In an apartment,
don't
right?
give a rip.
Maybe he's not allowed to have a grill.
Oh,
38.
I know. I'm looking for loopholes here, Mac. I'm trying to help Carrington out
That's
on this
fair.
one because
Sorry, C-Dot.
Yes, because at the end of the day, yes, you're 38 years old.
and he still chews on pins.
There should have been at some point in time you stumbled upon a grill where a burger needed a turning.
Yeah, that's it.
Somebody said, "Hey, grab the spatula and give me a hand." What did he go?
No, I'm good.
Which he probably did in the nicest way.
It's like, as soon as somebody asks him to grab a spatula, he turns into Nigel Gruff from The Replacements when the Bob's in the background. He's like, I can't kick it, Shane. You were hiding behind the jukebox. See that? Come flip the burger. I'm busy, man.
Talk to you later.
A16 says C-Dot's cooked.
Yeah, well, he's never started.
Yeah. No, he's washed.
He's raw. C-Dot's raw as in, like, never done it.
Has he cooked a hot dog over a grill?
He's a virgin griller.
Crazy.
Never used a grill? I can't believe this.
Yeah, we'll have to have some videos today.
A chicken breast?
We'll have some videos on our social media today of Dusty and I supervising.
Shrimp skewers?
Somebody says C-Dot can't grill a hamburger, but he can sew the hell out of an oven mitt.
You know, maybe he should take a cooking class.
Or just come over to my house and I'll teach you the basics. My question now is, can he make scrambled eggs?
Why could he not do that either?
Anthony Bourdain says in his book that if you can make scrambled eggs, you can cook.
Well,
It's like the easiest thing
That's like
ever.
the number one thing to start with is eggs.
Yeah, that's an easy thing to make.
Very easy. Chew Dot.
Yep. I mean, dude, I've got receipts. Can't wait to listen to the drive today and see how he cooks me, because that's about the only thing he can cook is a microphone. Coming up next, we will get into Jac Caglianone. Go to MLB.com, vote Cagsy at the All-Star Game. You want to see him do the Home Run Derby. You want to see him play in the All-Star Game. We do all that next on 96.5 The Fan, your home for the Kansas City Royals.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Here we go, folks. You're headed up to the airport, right? I know it's going to be busy for the next couple of days at KCI. We got a couple of big-time soccer games back-to-back here in KC. Everybody's going to be looking for that place to park. Make your reservation now at Park and Go. Number one, all spots are covered, so you never have to worry about your car being out in the weather. Number two, they provide great customer service. And number three, you save big bucks when you prepay at bookparkandgo.com. So make that reservation now for when you have to park at KCI. Show up on the day of your trip, give them your reservation number, and they will direct you right to that covered parking spot that they have reserved for you. The van meets you right away and takes you right to the airport terminal. You're not waiting in the lot hoping somebody shows up going, I'm going to miss my flight. Not at Park and Go. They're there right away. And as soon as you get back, just walk off the plane, grab your bags, jump on the bus that's waiting for you, and it's right back to the trunk of your car you go. So do what we did and join their frequent parker program and earn points towards free parking. Reserve your spot today at bookparkandgo.com. The best deals in parking. Bookparkandgo.com. Park and Go, family owned and operated.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
They call this one Bill.
Whoa, aliens? Am I in a spaceship?
Affirmative, Bill.
What's with the laser saw?
Relax. We are cutting our bill in half.
What?
An Xfinity mobile transmission says you can cut your bill in half.
Oh, your mobile bill, not me, Bill.
Xfinity Mobile also says we can try it free for a year. Free.
Yes, with no commitment. Can we put the saw away?
I am reluctant. But we will find another being to bisect.
That's not sci-fi. It's Xfinity Mobile. Xfinity Internet members cut your mobile bill in half. Plus, try Xfinity Mobile free for a year. No commitment. Learn more at xfinitymobile.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Xfinity Internet required. Savings compares one line of Xfinity Mobile Select to comparable plans from T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T as of 3/24/26. Taxes, fees, extra. $30 monthly discount limited to new mobile customers only. After 12 months, regular rates apply.
Hey, it's Dusty Likens, and fellas, I get it. Sometimes you don't want to be told the truth because you're hiding behind your emotions or your insecurities. It's fine. But you know what? The truth is, ED can ruin the moment, and nobody wants that. Not you, not your significant other, because it's not always about you. But when you're getting intimate with your partner and you aren't able to perform the way that you used to or the way that you're able to, there can really be frustrating times. But at Heartland Men's Health, they're here to settle those frustrating times. There are a wide range of advanced treatment options for every stage of ED that can help you get back to performing again. Heartland Men's Health uses advanced medical science to empower male performances with therapies that go far beyond pills. Heartland Men's Health is successfully treating men in the Kansas City area. So call them today and find out why their advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. They have an expert staff, and if you are like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. They have 3 locations to serve you: Overland Park, Kansas; Independence, Missouri, between Blue Springs and Lee Summit; and in North Kansas City. So call them today at 844-447-6600 or visit them at heartlandmenshealth.com.
Plumbing service shouldn't be a hassle. That's why KC calls on KB Complete for all their plumbing needs. For over 30 years, whether it's water quality, drain cleaning, sump pumps, or more, no job is too big or too small. From start to KB Complete, we believe in honest work, real results, and the kind of care that makes a difference. Call KB Complete at 913-730-5111 or visit kbcomplete.com today.
Your job's not done until it's KB Complete.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Skechers elite athlete OG Anunoby has been making history on the basketball court.
Anunoby tips it in. Unbelievable. What a shot.
He's been balling out in Skechers high-performance basketball sneakers, and the world is noticed. But how does OG train off the court to keep in peak physical condition? Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins Aeroburst. They help prepare OG for the physical demands of playing at a championship level. Get your pair of Aeroburst for only $165 at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever high-performance running shoes are sold.
And the match is about to begin.
Most of the team is out with COVID-19, so there'll be some substitutes tonight.
What's this? We have an unexpected guest on the field.
It's a dog. Well, they could do with extra players.
She's going for the ball.
Are front paws hands or feet?
Soccer season is full of surprises, and COVID-19 could be one of them. If you test positive, prescription medications may help. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Learn more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey, it's Seth Lugo, and this is your home for Royals Baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLInjuryLaw.com.
Watch for ongoing bridge and road work creating lane closures. US Highway 69 at the Metcalf Corridor in Johnson County. Generally, traffic is running well through the entire area. I'm Bill Brooks, 96.5 The Fan Traffic.
Welcome back into the show here at 96.5 The Fan. The faster he's fallen off the grill. Max let Rob know, so we get some summer content.
Yeah,
here
I mean we get a little bit, but I mean it's nothing wrong. It's just bizarre.
Oh, nothing wrong at all. I just know Carrington will want to respond.
We need to just have in the Cody and Gold garage sale next year somebody that's like a chef be like, you can bid on, Carrington and yourself to go cook with this chef. And then you can see how bad of a cook Carrington is. So we'll find out today at 2 o'clock what he has to say.
What do you think his excuse is going to be, though? Be honest with me, guys. What do you think his excuse is going to be?
I don't know. He could probably say that he's always had females cook for him.
He'll be like, I have better things to do.
Yeah.
He'll say something like
that.
that.
He'll be like, I work from 2 to 6 every day. I have for the last
but there's
8
weekends,
years.
there's vacations, there's
he's
college,
he's in Vegas,
high
he's
school.
in Weston.
I mean,
you're 40.
Yeah. You ran into a girl in a parking lot?
Come on.
I mean, you're a sports fan in Kansas City. I mean, haven't you heard for the last 3 years? Where are we going to tailgate if we go downtown?
Imagine how that worked at his tailgate one time with his boys. All right, I'm going to set up the table and chair. Karen, can we put the charcoal in the grill and get it lit for me if you don't mind?
I don't do that.
That's so true.
Just frozen. All right, let's get back into sports because it is a Wednesday. There was a kid that went to Kansas that got drafted number 2 overall yesterday. His name is Darryn Peterson.
I'm loving it. Well, hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday.
Darryn Peterson goes number 2 overall. AJ DeBonza goes number 1 overall. We asked the question on the Fescoe and Dusty Wednesday poll question on the Fan 965. Will Darryn Peterson be an NBA boom or bust? 60% of you say bust.
Why?
Because they watched him at Kansas.
Okay, that's
He'll
ridiculous.
never win.
You didn't watch him at Kansas.
Yeah.
Because when I watched at Kansas, when he played, and again, we heard all this stuff. I'm giving this kid a free slate right now, guys. I don't know if you're with me on that. I'm giving Darryn Peterson a blank slate. I am not using what happened at Kansas and judging what he's going to do in the future. I could be proven 100% wrong, but I want to give this guy a free pass, what happened at Kansas, and move on to the NBA with a clean slate, right? I did watch Darryn Peterson play. And when I did watch Darryn Peterson play, I thought he was the best player I'd seen since Paul Pierce at the University of Kansas. Jay Billis said it last night during the draft. He was the best basketball player in the draft. It's not even close, right? Now, he said that about every pick that was taken in a different sort of way, but he did. He said Darryn Peterson is the best player in this draft. And so if you're using what he did at Kansas, I kind of understand that, but I also understand that when the kid did play, he was dominating. And he made the rest of the competition look like high school kids. I mean, he just ran the gym every time he was in there. And so I think he is going to be a very successful NBA player. And he was dealing with the injuries and the stuff. I wish they would have told us this at the beginning so it didn't get out of hand to where, we are today, where Kansas fans are down on Darryn Peterson, because I think he's going to be a star in the NBA. And he may be the best NBA player to come from the University of Kansas.
Yeah, I could see that. That's true. I never thought about it that way, but I mean, at least in the last 30 or 40 years, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you got Paul Pierce, obviously, that's been a stud in the NBA. And, there's been others that have been superstars. Joel Embiid, obviously, has been an MVP in the NBA coming from Kansas. But Darryn Peterson does. He has the opportunity to be the best one of the last 30 years if he plays up to the potential that he has. And for me, I'm going to say I don't think that he won't. I think he will live up to that potential, and I think he is going to be a star. And I'm sure Kansas fans will be pissed off, right? Well, I didn't do this when he was here. 60% say he's going to be a bust. I'm sure that 60% will be bitching when he does play well in the NBA.
They'll forget once.
Well, they'll forget too.
Once the Kansas season starts, they'll let it go. But speaking of success and where they could potentially rank,
McClanahan delivers. Caglianone bashes it high in the air, deep right field, headed for the roof. It's off the catwalk. He hit the D-ring at the Trop.
I hit the D-ring once.
From Jac Caglianone.
Usually on a Tuesday.
His first hit in his hometown. Back-to-back homers for the Royals in the top of the first inning. It's 2-0.
Because I will say this, Lofton hit a tank. And before he could even get his helmet off in the dugout, Caglianone says, hold my beer, and hits one into the catwalk. And Jac Caglianone's on a heater, 5 home runs in 6 games, his third multi-hit home run game since June 9th of this year. And there are a lot of theories out there, and all of them are fair. Is he doing this because he's now got comfortability? Is he playing his natural position, and he's hitting where he always has hit? And yes, being at home in front of family helps as well. Last night, his dad had a great interview with Joel Goldberg, and we're seeing what we all wanted to see arrive, and it's beautiful, and it's nice, and it's relaxing. And I know the season has gone awry in a way that you didn't want to see this season go, but when you look at what he's doing, it does give you that glimpse of hope, right? And it's kind of like, and I know people will take this however they want, but it's kind of like when you first saw Mahomes, right? It was so quick. 10 touchdowns, 1,000 yards, 2 games, 2-0. You're like, all right, we got it. Like, we're good. Like, I assume a lot of you, I'm not saying everybody, but I assume a lot of you, by week 3, you were like, okay, first 2 games on the road, Chargers he beat, Pittsburgh he beat, and then probably the cherry on top of everyone's cake was week 3, they played the Niners at home, and he did the first arrival throw to Conley in the corner. You're like, at that point, everything was off. It was like, all right, this man is going to do it. Cags, it took a little bit in the pros. There was inconsistencies, playing, not playing, lefties, no lefties, righties, no righties. And then now you're seeing this happen, and everybody's going, maybe that crazy son of a bee that does morning shows with Bob Fescoe might be right. Maybe he's not just being a glazer of a Royals player. And maybe that is the case. Maybe he has arrived, and maybe this is, sort of the power surge we're going to see. 14 home runs now, hitting at 277 clip. Slug is amazing. On-base percentage is amazing. The guy's just wrecking the ball right now. And we were always promised the power. And I remember when JJ was on with Gold and Binkley yesterday, they had one of their scouts at a Florida game. And he's like, I don't know what was more impressive with him at Florida. He came out there and threw 97, 98 and struck out the side, or he came up the next at bat and hit a home run over the center field wall that went almost 450 feet. And when you see that, you know that it's there. But I know that baseball is haunting, and we've seen guys that have that visibility where you're like, it's there, I can see it, but can they consistently put it together? I think one of those guys that scars a lot of Royals fans is Alberto Mondesi. You would see him play for 3 weeks, and he'd have 3 home runs and 8 stolen bases and hit 345, and then he was gone. And you're like, well, but one thing that we do know is that Cags has not been an injury-prone player yet. Like, we haven't seen any injuries kind of set him back. It's just kind of been like, product of the system. Like, do we call him up right now? The season's gone south. Let's have him come up and show us what he can do. And then it was a little rocky, and he gets sent back down, and there was maybe what they called like an injury last year that they put him down. But I think it was more of like a setback. And then this year he comes up, and it's like, is he going to play? Is he not going to play? And now he's playing first base because your original first baseman is injured, and he's taken that job and that position and just zoomed away with it. And the question that I ask you guys live on the air is, we know that Bobby Witt Jr. is the man, right? We know he's the guy on the team. We know Patrick Mahomes is the guy on the team. But can Caglianone be Bobby Witt's Travis Kelce?
Yeah, why not?
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Who else would be?
I mean, maybe you could say it could be Carter. Maybe maybe it was always, you thought maybe it'd be Vinny, the fun, lovable, humorous guy. Kind of fits to next to the serious everyday.
I'm going to interrupt you for a second. I hate to do this because it's not fair. I feel like we've all forgotten Vinny already.
That's what happens when a guy hits 5 home runs in 6 games.
I know.
And they're not just home runs.
I know.
They're freaking
They're hitting
bombs.
D-rings, dude.
They're 444 in the upper tank of the fountain.
But we as a society,
yeah,
have completely forgotten about Vinny Pasquantino in seconds like that.
And props to Jack for that.
No doubt. I mean, like, him playing first base seemingly has even unlocked a different level for Jac Caglianone, because all of this has come while he's playing a position that he's truly familiar with. Maybe mismanagement of Jac Caglianone through this organization. I don't know. But he's been unlocked. He's playing first base. He's been unlocked even more. You have to look at this small sample size and say, if this continues and Vinny comes off the DL, how do you look at that and say, we're going to make a change and we're going to put Cags back in right field and not keep him where he is absolutely 100% thriving right now? And again, that's not a knock on Vinny whatsoever. It's the reality of life, right? It happens all the time. And it sucks. I mean, athletes, guys, come and go so fast. And, you hear them on one day and then the next day that they're gone. And Vinny Pasquantino has been a pretty big part of where this organization is right now. Unfortunately, he's had the season that he's had where he hasn't been really good. Obviously, he got hurt. He's played a little bit better of late. But now you've got this kid who is just absolutely on fire, and fuego, as they used to say on SportsCenter. Shout out to those back in the day. But this is a situation now where the entire fan base only cares about what can we get for Vinny Pasquantino, and we have forgotten the last couple of years because of the way that this kid is playing. That's how good Jac Caglianone has been. He's making us all forget about a guy who truly was a fan favorite, or is a fan favorite, I should say. That's crazy to me.
I mean, it's one thing, because if we were talking about Vinny or missing Vinny, and I think Vinny is a great person for this organization,
No doubt.
I truly do. I have all the respect and more for Vinny Pasquantino. But if we were talking about getting Vinny Pasquantino back, that would mean that we'd be doing the opposite of Cags. We'd be like, is he a bust? Did he fail in the system? But no, he's hitting third. He's not moving from the third spot. He's playing first. And he has 3 multi-home run games since June 9th. He has 5 home runs in his last 6 games. He's the hottest hitter in baseball outside of PCA.
6 home runs in his last 5 games.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And he's outside of Pete Crow Armstrong and maybe Nick Kurtz. He's the hottest hitter in baseball.
And where's he been playing the last 2 weeks? First base. It's
a little bit of right field, but mostly first base.
Mostly first base, yeah.
And so it's unfortunately the system of sports.
Yeah.
Not what have you done for me in the past, but what are you doing for me lately? And the best availability is the best ability is availability. And Jac Caglianone has taken this role in a season where the team is losing more than they're winning, and he's thriving. And so is Carter Jensen. And when Bobby Witt Jr. gets back, and it's like, damn, did you guys miss me? Kinda. Well, yeah, for sure. But like we picked it up. We stepped it up. That does miles and miles and miles for your team. But it is 7:30, and we get into one word with Mac Morey.
One word.
First name is Blake, and he goes on a cruise. He goes on a Caribbean cruise.
Katie Holmes.
No. Ah!
Are you listening?
What's your least favorite thing about working with yourself?
Body odor. You get one word.
On the count of 3, name your favorite dinosaur. 1, 2, 3. Velociraptor.
This is one word on Fescoe and Dusty.
1, 2, 3.
Oatmeal raisin.
That's right. One word. It is a Wednesday. It's brought to you by Maloney's, Sand Trap, and The Landing. 3 great local spots have delicious food, cold drinks, and TVs galore to watch your favorite sports teams. And Jac Caglianone. All 3 have outdoor patio seating to enjoy this lovely spring weather. And you can go to Maloney's on a Wednesday. You get an Italian chopped salad, 17 bones. Spicy jalapeno popper burger, 15 bones. And any drink special they offer at Maloney's during the week is available all day today at Maloney's. It's a great deal. So get out to Maloney's today. Italian chopped salad, $17. Spicy jalapeno popper burger, $15. And any drink special they offer during the week at Maloney's is available today, all day. It is one word time.
Love it. Fantastic deals always over there at Maloney's, Sand Trap, and The Landing. I've got the Landing sweatshirt on today. Hella comfy.
Flex.
Huge flex. One word, we'll stick with the Royals. One word on the Royals and Cags.
Vote. VOTECAGS. MLB.com. Go now. If you're at a red light, maybe wait till you get to your stopping point. But vote Cags. You can do it 5 times. Get him in the All-Star game. Put him in the home run derby. Get this man on the main stage. And enjoy this ride. Because this is fun. This is what you wanted. But yeah, vote would be my one word.
Bob?
I said fun.
Oh, fun?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, one word, not as fun. Cole Reagan's going to have to go under the knife, going to have surgery on that elbow now the 3rd time. One word on Cole Reagan's.
Priest, and I mean Priest Holmes. It reminds me of the neck injury to Priest Holmes. Once he had it, he was never right and was never able to play again. Didn't leave the game because he was old. Didn't leave the game because he couldn't play anymore. Left the game because of an injury. And as far as I'm concerned, we're done with Cole Reagan's, and we have to move on. As an organization, you cannot rely on Cole Reagan's being a part of your future. And if you are relying on Cole Reagan's to be a part of your future, you're doing it wrong.
Sucks.
That sucks.
Still, yeah. Still got him for 2 more years, so, but I don't know what. I don't know what to predict, because injuries keep coming up, and, I've tried to support it, Tommy John his rookie year, and then again, and then last year, and then this year. Brutal.
Yeah, I mean, it's the 3rd elbow injury now for this guy. He cannot be part of your organization's planning process. If you get something out of him, great, but you cannot plan and factor in and pencil in Cole Reagan's for the rest of this year or even next year at all.
The NBA draft took place last night, and it was a historic one in and of itself before you have even seen these players play on the hardwood in the pros. Our guy Drew Nixon sent me this last night. The first 20 picks of 2026 NBA draft played college basketball last season. The last draft where the top 20 picks played in college, 1994. So more proof that college basketball and the talent level in college basketball at an all-time high. First off, one word on the NBA draft.
Neat. And what I mean by that is it's neat that we're seeing the college players. I was talking to a friend of mine last night about the NBA draft, and we were kind of having the conversation about, the program building that we did yesterday, where I said you can build a program in the pros now where you can't in college anymore. And so we were kind of discussing that and talking about, this draft. But the thing that I kept coming back to is, as a casual sports fan, basketball fan like I am, you see names that you recognize. And I think that is big because for so long, the NBA was drafting players we never saw play college basketball. And it was a disconnect to the league. Now you're seeing all these college kids play. So what's your excuse now?
Yeah. Future would be my one word. I think Peters, I don't know, man. I think he has the highest ceiling of anyone in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Floor-wise, I don't know if that's fair to put on people. But I would say that, where his ceiling is the same comp as, Boozer's floor. Does that make sense? I think Boozer's going to be fine. I really do. I think he has
Yeah.
enough genetic and, like,
He's
brain
really
power
smart.
and talent.
Yeah.
But, like, I wonder how that looks in the NBA as opposed to how it looked in college.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that's the easy way, low-hanging fruit of the Carlos Boozer or the Cameron Boozer take. Which, by the way, he also pitches for the Rays. Cam Boozer.
Cam Boozer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, I mean, the future, I think, is the word there. We don't know. I mean, I saw times when Darryn Peterson played at Kansas. The Texas Tech game is one that sticks out for me. Tied the game, then won the game in back-to-back shots in a ruckus environment. I was like, okay, he's elevating, which I know that's nerd basketball stuff, Mac, but, like, he was getting so much higher up. And then, like, his release, I'm like, and then, of course, the memes that came out, like, we've seen this type of release
but
before,
see, those are
and
the
it was
things.
Kobe.
Those are the things that you look at and you go, "That's why he's different." That's not nerd stuff. That's like holy bleep stuff. You know, like that's how I looked at Darryn Peterson. I was watching that kid, just as Dusty was explaining, do things that we don't see before.
It's like Caleb Wilson, right? Like, I saw him get above the rim where I'm like, this is like Vince Carter type of elevation. This is like, this belongs in another level. Like, you know, Indiana Jones always finds something. It belongs in a museum.
Yeah, right.
They belong in the NBA, and they're 19 years old. So, like, we'll see. Now, here's the other part about it. 3 to 4 of these kids are going to fail because that's what pros do.
3 to 4.
In the top, 10?
Well, it's about a 50% success rate in the draft, right?
So out of the
I don't know
top
about that. I honestly don't know about
I don't know if the success rate is, but, like, we've seen this sort of stuff happen before where, like, kid comes out of college, a lot of hype, and it happens in all sports.
No,
Football,
absolutely.
baseball, basketball, everything.
I'm saying all drafts. It's a 50-50 shot.
But that draft was fun last night, and I know we're going on too long about this, so we'll go to the next one word.
Well, sticking on the NBA draft, but now with just specifically Darryn Peterson, he has signed a massive long-term deal with Adidas. He's going to headlight the next generation of the brand Adidas, and yeah, it's a top 5 richest rookie shoe deal in NBA history. One word.
Kansas got him in a KU with Adidas, got him to meet the people. His college career was a success.
Yeah. Foreshadowing, I guess. Like, you go to Kansas, you get the Adidas deal. You go to the pros, you get the Adidas deal. Pretty solid athlete that backs Adidas as well, named Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah. Isn't he making, like, more money than, like, I saw a tweet last night what Darryn Peterson's already making.
More money from Adidas?
Like, just, like, in general with his contracts, he went 2 overall, and obviously, you know, the NBA contracts, how you get drafted, it goes down further the more lower you get. But, like, it showed, like, what he's going to make, and then it showed all these other athletes, other sports, he's making more money than.
That's nuts.
How much do you get guaranteed as the second overall pick?
It always, like, changes, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, every year it goes up, I'm sure.
Because, like, yeah,
I'd have to look that up. Let's continue here. Also, cool story. His brother was an undrafted free agent for the Rams this year, Darryn Peterson. So you've got Darryn Peterson III and then Darryn Peterson, both entering their pro sports.
Darryl and you know.
Exactly.
It's my cousin Darryl and my other cousin Darryl.
How about over to the World Cup? Cristiano Ronaldo has arrived. 2 goals against Uzbekistan.
Yeah.
But 5-0 Portugal wins. One word on Ronaldo's 2 goals.
Old.
What?
My one word would be heard.
Yeah, there you go.
He refuses to answer questions about Messi in his post-game press conference.
That's why I said, oh, come on, man.
And then
that's
they're
fair.
petty. They're petty.
Yeah.
You've seen them at the Soccer Player of the Year award.
Yeah, they do not
they
like
sit
each other.
next to each other. They don't talk.
Yep.
They don't do anything. That's a competitive prick attitude in both of them. And he heard all this. Haaland, 2 goals and 4 total. Mbappe, hey, you haven't scored a goal in like your last 5 World Cup matches. Hell, you haven't scored a goal since Obama was in office. And then bang, bang, 6th minute, like 28th minute.
Where was Harry Kane yesterday?
Well, he hit one to the moon.
He did. That Ghana witch doctor really got to him yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. You know, it was interesting. The other day, the 0-0 game that was played at Arrowhead was one of the more exciting sporting events I've seen in a while. It was great action. And then we see a 0-0 game yesterday with England.
Which then all the soccer guys, like Ibrahimovic afterwards, was like, that was a great match.
No, it wasn't.
He's like, I know you say 0-0. He goes, the defense, the tackling, the execution, it was great. And I don't know. I mean, like, that's where you get cross sports. Like, we watch a baseball game that's 1-0, and both pitchers gave up 3 hits total, struck out 12 each. That's a hell of a match.
Yeah,
You're like, somebody watching for the first going, what? That was boring as that.
Exactly. Or a defensive battle in the NFL that ends 7-3 or something like that.
Yeah.
Wow, what a great defensive battle. But again, we're all neophytes, man, when it comes to this. We're watching the sport really and truly, I think, engrossed in it probably for the first time because of what America's doing. Everybody's kind of on board with this. And it wasn't even the 0-0 score. I don't care about that. There's no action in that game.
There were 0 shots on goal in the first half.
That's exactly right.
Oh.
0
maybe
shots
Ghana's
on
got
goal.
Maybe Ghana's got really good defense.
3-4 defense?
Mm-hmm.
Could be. Yeah.
By the way, if you do pull Darryn Peterson's draft night card that is an auto 1 of 1, he says, if you pull it, I will buy it from you.
Let's go.
Seriously, just D him a picture if you get the picture.
Wow. All right.
Let's go.
That is one word brought to you by Maloney's, The Sand Trap, and The Landing. 3 great local spots, delicious food, cold drinks, TVs galore to watch your favorite sports teams. They all 3 have outdoor patio seating to enjoy the lovely, nice spring weather for about 2 more days. Maloney's on a Wednesday has the Italian chopped salad. It's $17. They have a spicy jalapeno popper burger, $15 as well. And then any drink special that they offer during the week is available all day today for that great deal at Maloney's. Coming up next, Bob Fescoe thinks he can save soccer, I think. Or maybe there's a way to save soccer. We'll get to it next on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan. Fescoe and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I will tell you, my friends at QC Kinetics are saying, hey, guys, it's time to feel better, right? As we keep mentioning, we're at summer. It is summertime, and you want to be outside doing those summertime activities. Maybe you don't play golf or tennis or anything like that, but you like to hang out with your family, you like to go on vacations, and you don't want to be in pain. Well, if you have that joint pain, my friends at QC Kinetics can have you feeling better. You've heard me talk about the team at QC Kinetics, and so many of you have been through their game-changing regenerative treatments. Over 40,000 people in the United States have taken advantage of QC Kinetics, and they're all feeling great because the treatments are done right in the office. No missing work, no surgery, no long recovery. The inflammation calms down and the pain backs off. So it's time to find out what you can do and stop saying what you can't do and get that free consultation at QC Kinetics. Call them at 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. QC Kinetics off 435 in State Line and in Gladstone, 816-412-6299.
Lawman! Jungle Law!
It's the Lawman. If you've been injured in a motor vehicle accident, call me ASAP, 816-816-9111. I recovered millions for my clients. Take it away.
The Lawman gets results. Jungle Law team. Call the Lawman. Let the fight begin. The Lawman gets results. Jungle Law.
Come see me get roasted August 1st at 7 p.m. at the Uptown Theater. Go to junglelaw.com for details.
The choice of a lawyer shouldn't be based on advertisements.
Hey, it's Dusty Likens, and from those makers of Surfside, something new is hitting the shelves this summer. Introducing Super Light, the new vodka plus 8-can cocktail. Inspired by classic sports drink flavors, Super Light comes in 4 delicious flavors: fruit punch, orange, lemon lime, and my favorite, the blue chill. With only 90 calories, 0 sugar, and 0 bubbles, Super Light delivers a refreshing taste that's perfect for the summer. Whether you're on the greens and making those putts, shooting hoops with your friends, or soaking up the sun at a baseball game, Super Light is here to fuel the moment.
On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel's changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore with FanDuel's Super Sub. If your player's subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. Your bet stays alive, keeping you in the action longer. So you're still in it until the final whistle. Super Sub covers the entire game, including extra time. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started now. Look for the yellow Super Sub icon on the game page and the My Bets page. If your player leaves the match due to substitution or injury, your bet automatically transfers to the substitute who replaces them. Go to FanDuel.com/local. That's FanDuel.com/local. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. FanDuel Sportsbook's the official sportsbook of 96.5 The Fan. 21 in President, Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. so they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
You can never have too many tools. Shop DeWalt deals at Lowe's. Get a free Select DeWalt 20-volt max power tool when you buy a Select 20-volt max 5-amp-hour battery kit. Plus, get a free additional DeWalt 20-volt max 8-amp-hour battery when you buy a DeWalt 10-inch 20-volt max dual-bevel compounded miter saw. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 6/24 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
When you've got real work to do, Metal Supermarkets will help you get it done fast. With a huge variety of metals in stock, we can help no matter what job comes your way. And all it takes is a few clicks. We make buying metal online easy so you can spend less time shopping and more time getting things done. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience stores for metal. Place an order online today at metalsupermarkets.com.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700, plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy Posturepedic mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Construction-related slowing now through Blue Springs and Grain Valley on I-70 and ongoing lane restrictions along US 69 in Johnson County. I'm Bill Brooks, 96.5 The Fan Traffic.
MLB.com, go vote for Cags. You can do it 5 times. Vote, 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 vote. Vote Cags. Before we get into that, there was some draft last night.
I'm loving it. Well, hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday.
That's right. Darryn Peterson goes number 2 overall to the Utah Jazz. So, of course, free bait. We asked a question on our Fescoe and Dusty Wednesday poll question on the Fan 965. Will Darryn Peterson be a boom or a bust in the NBA after last night's selection? Number 2 overall to the Jazz. 83 people have voted. 57.8% say bust.
You mentioned that his brother getting drafted earlier by the Rams. Did you mention also, too, it was the first time ever that a pair of brothers joined the NBA and the NFL in the same year in the same draft? I had no idea that he had a brother. I
didn't either.
Until you mentioned it.
Undrafted. His brother, undrafted.
Yeah, that's right, undrafted. But they're the first. It says the first pair of brothers to join the NBA and NFL in the same year. That's
awesome.
cool, man.
Very cool.
I had no idea that his brother was a football player, and so that's really cool to see. He
played at Wisconsin.
Jacked.
Yeah, he is big.
I mean, big dude. Right, looks like a linebacker. They got him wearing number 59 for the Rams. Woo. He looks like an NFL football player in that picture that they have up for him. So that'll be exciting, man. Who has the better career, Darryn or Daryl?
Or his other brother, Daryl.
I mean, seriously, what if Darryn Peterson becomes the next Rams like defensive legend or something like that?
Well, the difference is Daryl just needs to become a starter. If he becomes a player, that's like a better career based on his projection, right?
Based on investment.
Darryn Peterson has to be like an MVP. He has to be a top 5 player. He has to do a lot.
Yeah, he does. You're right. Yeah, that's the unfair comparison right there. Daryl has to go out there, make the team. Yeah. Darryn has to go out there and win the MVP.
Yes, exactly.
Best of luck to you both.
Yep.
Which has a better opportunity happening? An undrafted free agent making because Daryl will probably end up being on the practice squad.
Yeah.
I would imagine. I'm just looking at a picture of him right now.
Big.
He's going to be on somebody's practice squad. He's somebody's team somewhere.
6'2", 260 is what they list him at. It is big boy.
That's a big linebacker.
I know. Could
he slim down a little bit and be a D end?
Yep. Maybe.
Seriously, if that guy slimmed down, he could be a beast as a defensive end. What'd you say? 6'2", you said?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a D end. That's not a linebacker in the NFL.
260. Yeah, that's an older school linebacker build, man.
Yeah, that's a new school defensive end look that he has right now. And I bet you they put him there.
I agree.
I bet you they put him there. So, better opportunity, Darryn Peterson to win the MVP or Darryl to make the roster?
How do they have odds out of Rookie of the Year in the NBA already?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Obviously, the top 2 will be the top 2 picks.
Yep.
I would assume.
For sure.
I mean, the top 5 will probably be the top 5 picks. I would think.
Yep.
You think about it, DeBanza, Peterson, Boozer, Wilson, Wagler. Acuff. Acuff went 6th, right?
I believe he went 7th, and the kid out of Louisville went 6th.
That's right.
I can't remember his name right now.
Braxton Berries?
No, but Braden Berries, he went later out of Arizona. But yeah, I've got the order right here. Number 6, Michael Brown out of Louisville.
He had the back issue all year.
That's what it was. That's why I don't really remember him. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Okay.
So you saw something Dave Portnoy had to say and don't agree, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
shocker.
But it's like this is like an old school take that you would have had 30 years ago. I thought he's like, I'm going to improve soccer. Like, okay, I've been watching a lot of the soccer as most of us have. I really like what I see. I like the game. I enjoy watching the game. And before I saw that tweet from Portnoy, I was thinking to myself, we could take a lot from soccer that we're watching right now and maybe implement this into some of these American sports. I think the running clock is wonderful. I know Jay Binkley hates the running clock and thinks it's ridiculously stupid. I actually enjoy the running clock. It creates kind of a sense of urgency for you. I mean, you got to kind of keep moving, right? There's no slowing down. There's no.
Kind of have that in baseball, right?
Yeah, baseball's kind of created that. The NFL needs it. The NFL needs to create a sense of urgency during their games because the other thing that I've loved about soccer, these are 2 hours, guys. You know exactly when you're going to get to the game and when you're going to leave the game. There's no trying to figure it out. How long is this game going to take? How long are we going to be there? It is a 2-hour game. And the further we advance in society, the more and more we see the situation of attention spans being smaller and smaller and smaller. I remember having a conversation 15 years ago with a guy that worked in our sales department. He's a big baseball guy. Now I think he works in baseball. And he said to me, I take my kids to the, at the time, the Wizards games. I said, really? Why? And he said, because it's 2 hours. It's easy. We know what's going to happen. It's family friendly. You're in and you're out. And when you have kids, 2 hours is about the limit that they will sit still and do all that kind of stuff. And so I'm thinking soccer's got it figured out. They've made it family friendly. They know how to speed the game up. They know how to keep the game moving. All of our sports, especially the NFL, you got to reduce stoppages, man. I know the soccer fan doesn't like the hydration break. It comes at the perfect time. It's 25 minutes break, 25 minutes halftime, 25 minutes break, 25 minutes, game is over. The pace is great. The NFL can learn a lot from the pace of play, what's going on right now.
So the play clock
soccer
would be there, right?
Yeah, you'd still have the play clock, but you got to reduce the stoppages. No, I don't know that I'd shorten it, but I would reduce the stoppages all the time.
Is this a hot take in the NFL, how they do in high school? Running clock when it's a certain point spread in the fourth quarter?
I don't mind that either. Yeah.
Like if you're up by 35 in the fourth, I know.
Running clock
so
in
many
the fourth
incredible
quarter.
comebacks the last few years in the fourth quarter.
And that's a fair point by you.
Incredible comebacks these last few years. The Vikings come to mind, and then immediately after that is last year. Who was it? The Broncos down what?
Oh, to the Giants.
30-something points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and they found a way to come back
running
and
clock,
win.
that doesn't happen. But I do also see the sentiment. What is that? One set of every 50 games.
Right.
I mean, come on. So I
get
that.
Instead of seeing like both teams put in backups and run the ball and be like, we'll be right back after this commercial break. Like,
just like reduce. I know that, but I know that's where you make your money. I get how it works, but there's got to be a better way. Soccer has figured it out, right? I mean, Fox paid $1 billion to have basically this event with zero commercial inventory, and they figured out a way to make money on this thing. And so if they can do that with the World Cup, there's definitely ways to reduce the stoppages that we have in the NFL. I kind of like the card system too, the yellow card and the red card system. I think it's fun. Imagine in the NFL if you got awarded a yellow card, right? And then you have to play that next game. And if you get another yellow card, then you miss the following game. That's why they're debating today, or tomorrow, I guess it would be, should the United States play any of their yellow card players against Turkey? Because if you get a yellow card and you've already got one, you're out the next game. I kind of like that in the NFL. We'll give you a yellow card, but if you get one in the next game, then you have to miss a game. That will, I think, make people think a little bit different on how they do things on the field. And is there a way to get the atmosphere that we've seen at all of these games somehow, some way translated into not just the NFL, but all American sports? I mean, the atmosphere for these games has been wonderful. And I know they're big games and they're not your typical regular season game, but every soccer game has a great atmosphere when you watch it on television. We need to get that somehow, some way into our baseball atmosphere and create that kind of fun. Because the Marlins game the other night with the Scottish fans, how outstanding was that? It's the best crowd they had all year. So there's a lot that we can learn from soccer, right? 5 years, is that what it really was?
I don't know. It's been their best crowds. They've been there for 5 years. Man, they've had that new stadium.
I mean, it was insane to see that atmosphere. And so I think ultimately there's a lot we can learn from soccer. And to shut it off and say we need to fix soccer and make it more. No, we need to take a lot of what soccer has and use it in our sports because they are ahead of the curve in all of this stuff.
Agreed.
From the 75, it's called a personal foul. They'll suspend you.
Get bent. Personal foul is not a you're going to be kicked out of the game. Some are, but not all.
Yeah.
No, Bob, keep the cards out of the NFL. They're a joke. They're a joke.
You know what I want to see? I want to see the one take I will say. I want to see the tenaciousness that you see from soccer officials in American sports.
Oh, yeah.
Get away.
Yeah.
You go over there.
Attitude.
VAR.
Yeah.
I mean,
don't mess with me.
They don't put up with any BS.
Yeah,
they really don't.
It's
You're right.
kind of fun to watch.
It's great.
Yeah, they own the game.
If you really want a good take on soccer, go watch Robin Williams' stand-up on soccer. It's amazing. I asked your brother Asher if he'd seen it, and he said no. I said I have to send it to you on YouTube because it's fantastic.
Me and my dad were just talking about this. I'm surprised Asher hasn't seen this.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's a great one.
And then
I don't know that I've ever seen Robin Williams on soccer.
Okay, I'll send it to you.
My dad must have shown me this. That's the only reason I would have seen it. But
what is your name? You did not call me last night. Very good. We all agree Tyreek Hill, freak NFL athlete, freak soccer athlete, probably.
Oh, yeah. If you would have trained him.
Hey, as soon as our outside winger gets the ball, just freaking go.
You better probably hit the dump button on that.
That's like horseradish.
And we'll be back after this.
Absolutely. On 96.5 The Fan, you're home for Sports Radio.
Hey, it's Bobby Witt Jr., and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan. Join us at 96.5 The Fan's World Soccer Headquarters at the Peanut on State Line, June 25th with the drive starting at 2 and kickoff at 9. Presented by Truly, the official seltzer of U.S. Soccer, and by Security Bank of Kansas City, boldly local since 1933.
The world's best soccer teams know success starts with a strong game plan. AAA believes your insurance should work the same way. Visit AAA.com and you can save up to 21% by switching to AAA Auto Insurance. You can save even more if you bundle 2 or more policies, like auto and home, to unlock additional multi-policy savings while keeping all of your coverage on one team. Head to AAA.com to simplify your insurance, save money, and protect what matters most. One game plan, one team, AAA Insurance.
If your engine takes longer to start in the morning than you do, don't worry. Just take it to Telly. Schedule your service at tellytire.com. If you miss being able to finish a road trip playlist on a road trip, we can help. Just take it to Telly. Schedule your service at tellytire.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for buying gas. That's right. You can earn cash back with Upside just for buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside, and just last year, I made nearly $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get cash back? If you like extra cash, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back when you fill your tank. Use promo code SNAP to get an extra 35 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SNAP for a 35 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code Snap for a 35 cents per gallon bonus.
Feeling the squeeze of high prices? Then stretch your budget this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Stock up and save big with 99-cent deals throughout the store. Get special recipe brats, pork loin ribeye, Dole salad kits, and more for just 99 cents. Fill your cart for less with red-hot deals on hundreds of items. Order online or through the Hy-Vee app and leave the shopping to us. Don't miss the 99-cent sale this weekend only at Hy-Vee.
Soccer Fever is in Kansas City, and Hy-Vee is your headquarters for official merchandise, apparel, tailgate, and watch party needs. And Hy-Vee makes game day so easy. They have ready-to-go wings, pizza, party trays, charcuterie, and, of course, all those delicious sweet treats. If you're planning a cookout, great. Hy-Vee special recipe brats, burgers, and steaks are the best. Check out their match day meat bundle for only $30. And don't forget about Hy-Vee's wine and spirits department. For all of your game day needs, count on Hy-Vee.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Southbound 35 Shawnee and southbound 635 heading into 35 are both slow to stop and go. I-435 at Highway 40, 31st Street is stacking up. I'm Bill Brooks, 96.5 The Fan Traffic.
Hey, it's Carter Jensen, and this is your home for Royals baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station. Welcome into Fescoe and Dusty.
I mean, come on, guys. What are we doing here?
A show that, analytically, exists between 6 and 10 weekday mornings on Kansas City's only FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan.
Oh, buddy.
Live from the studios that brought you.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Here's Bob Fescoe and Dusty Likens.
Clean it up. United States plays tomorrow night. We get to do the Orange March tomorrow afternoon.
The rain is not supposed to be here at noontime when we do the march.
I kind of wish it would rain. Embrace the moment.
So if you're going to be out and about, join us in that march. Yesterday, found out our friend John Stoner is going to be out there. He's going to be at 2 Lights, so we can meet down there to start if we want to. I heard anyway through
John.
John will be down there at some point in time.
In a cat suit?
Yeah, he may be. I mean, Stoner, if you're wearing the cat suit, brother, I mean, I'm going to tell you something.
You should wear a Garfield one, isn't it? The orange cat?
Ooh, Stoner right now just got an idea. He's dialing Amazon up right now. Of course, John and Paul Long, the cat suit guys from 2014, 12 years ago.
And yes, if you're wondering, they did not wear underwear with those cat suits.
They did not.
But don't forget, our tournament scoreboard updates are brought to you by Surfside, made with real vodka and zero bubbles. It's not a seltzer. It's Surfside. Must be 21 and older. Please drink responsibly. The news yesterday that also broke out, not just the draft and local kids going, 5th and 16th, right?
16th, yeah.
And then 2. And then
2, 5, and 16. Yeah.
Pretty solid. Sturts goes to Memphis, then gets traded to Oklahoma City.
Which is a win for him.
I mean, he's thrilled. Right?
Thank God. Memphis sucks.
And he gets to stay kind of in the Midwest, I guess. I mean, he's a Liberty kid and played at Northwest, and then obviously folled, his coach all the way around.
Easy for the family to go watch the games all the time.
And then Peterson out of Kansas goes 2 overall to the Utah Jazz. And then you have Keaton Wagler out of Shawnee Mission Northwest goes number 5 overall. So it's interesting to see like that happen. But then the other story that broke out, as I sent you guys yesterday, well, we have our lead. The NFL said the hell with Brendan Sorsby. There will be no supplemental draft this year. I'm glad you decided not to play college, but also you can wait a full year, bud, because you need help. This is how we're going to handle it. You're going to have to go get and seek advice on what to do moving forward. We're not putting you in our league because we know the storylines that will happen. We don't want to have what's seen in the college profession or the college athletes where they're like, oh, Texas Tech's on our schedule. We're not playing. We'll boycott the game. Could only imagine if he got drafted by an NFL team, the distraction, they said, here's how we're going to do this. We're going to nip this in the bud. Nip what in the bud? Brendan Sorsby being in the NFL in 2026. So he'll wait another year until he can get drafted.
Good, as he should. There should be no rush to get this guy in to the NFL. And the commissioner saying we're not having a supplemental draft this year, that is the league saving teams from themselves because there's enough smoke out there. Somebody was going to draft this kid. And the only way to prevent this from happening and to really save these teams from themselves is the commissioner asserting his power and saying, we're not having a supplemental draft. This isn't something that happens every year, guys. Supplemental draft is not something that we ever talk about, right? You can name on one hand how many supplemental players that you've even heard of. Who was Josh Gordon was one.
Chris Carter? Right?
No, he was. I don't think Chris Carter was. He was a USFL guy that went in to the NFL. But
Terrell Pryor,
Keon
Booty.
Yep, Keyshawn Booty.
Keyshawn Booty and Dave Brown, who played quarterback for the Giants 40 years ago. I mean, like, there's a handful of players that have been in the supplemental draft. It's not something that happens every year. And I think there's a lot of people that have hot takes on this that think this is something that happens every year and all. No, the NFL has it if they feel that they need to have it. And they don't feel that they need to have it because they're not going to overstep the bounds of the college game. And the NFL has said before, and I've heard them say this, but I don't know how well they enforce it, we're not going to be a safe haven for you trying to hide. Usually directed towards coaches in college when they were leaving a scandal. You know, you can't come to the NFL and try to hide here in the NFL, but coaches have figured out a way to do that. But I think the NFL did the right thing, and their letter yesterday was, I mean, my God, as stern a letter as you can get. Detailed. Jeez, I mean, you didn't do this, you didn't do this, you didn't do this, therefore we don't feel that you need to be playing in the NFL. It's a great job by the league. Exactly. You play stupid games, you get stupid consequences, and I love the fact that the NFL's not giving into this kid and going, sorry, man, you effed up and you're going to pay at least for a year.
Little easier for us to have this attitude when we didn't really think we would be drafting him. Guys on our sister station over in Cleveland, 92.3 The Fan. This is Anthony Lima. They seem a little bit more upset and perturbed with the NFL.
Their rationale, it wasn't,
hey. When I read the letter, I'm like, what does
the
that
NFL
mean?
didn't come in and say, you gambled, you're suspended coming into the league. Remember, they did this for Terrell Pryor. He came in with a suspension. Other players have come in with a suspension. They didn't do that. They've had a player come in without a suspension that they deemed eligible that was guilty of gambling. They ended up dropping the case, but it was that LSU wide receiver who plays for, was it Boutte? So there was precedent here. They didn't go with any of that. They said, we don't have enough time, which I thought was hilarious because every team in the NFL has been doing their, according to reports, has been doing their Sorsby recon and their investigative. Remember, all these NFL teams that are worth, $3 billion, $4 billion, $5 billion, $6 billion, depending on which team it is, they all have their own investigative teams now. The Browns have their own, and I'm talking not football. I'm talking behind the scenes, off the field. And so the NFL is acting like they didn't have enough time, and they didn't submit the paperwork. And I looked at, I got a copy right in front of me of what they look for. It has nothing to do with paperwork. It doesn't say anything about that, which is, of course, what the attorney to Brendan Sorsby said. He's like, there's nothing about paperwork. There's not even a box to put paperwork.
Imagine living in Loserville, USA, where you're begging for a possible supplemental draft to find a quarterback when you have two on your team that you're paying a combined, $260 million to, that you one drafted in the first round, one or fifth round, one that you paid a king's ransom to get away from a team where everybody knew he was a creep. Imagine being a sports fan in Cleveland, Ohio, and living in Loserville, USA, and being down in the dumps because the NFL is not going to have a supplemental draft where you could possibly get a quarterback that may or may not be better than the guys that you have on your roster. Nobody knows if this kid's going to be any good in the NFL, and Cleveland acts like they just had their firstborn taken away. I mean, could you imagine? That sucks, man. Being a Browns fan has got to be ass. It's got to be the ultimate ass there's ever been. BBL Stinky. You're rooting for the Cleveland Browns, and now you're upset that there's no supplemental draft to potentially get this Sorsby kid because you are so down bad? God, those people who root for the Cleveland Browns ought to be given a Purple Heart or something, man. As a sports fan, we need to create an award like the Purple Heart for the sports fan because those folks deserve it. They have put up with so much nonsense, and now they're crying and upset because there may not be a supplemental draft for a player who may or not be any good.
Well, Sorsby's attorney is also crying. The violation of the CBA and the law. We will pursue this immediately with the NFLPA.
But it's not.
Don't pursue it.
And don't do it.
Don't pursue it.
Don't. You're going to sue the league that you want to be part of?
Yeah, and you just had I think Binkley mentioned it, and I've heard it before too. I mean, you just had Texas behind you, and you don't have that anymore. You're fighting the NFL now, and you just have your own personal lawyer. This is not the same. It's over. It's okay. wait a year, get help, fix what's right, and that's in between the ears right now. You need help.
That's a great point by you, Mac. He needs to take this year and show that he's grown as a human being off the field. He seeks the help. He's not placing the bets. He's become an advocate for gambling. However you want to do it, this guy needs to change his MO. But you know what he's doing? He's acting like a typical spoiled athlete. Well, I don't like this, so I'm going to get daddy. And then daddy gets the lawyers, and we try to sue everybody to get the results that we want. Go F yourself, pal. Seriously. Welcome to the real world. Daddy can't bail you out of anything. But that's the problem with athletes. We let them get away with so much stuff, and now here we are in a situation where this kid's probably been given the benefit of the doubt and let out of everything his entire life, and now here he is placing 9,000 bets, and there's nothing anybody can do about it because he went too far, and it's part of society's problem because we never stopped this kid and held him accountable when he was doing other stuff. We looked the other way because he could throw a pigskin, and now this kid probably going to have to sit out at least a year. Go play in the UFL for the Houston Gamblers. Be a great team for you.
Yeah, I thought the tweet to that Pete Thamel tweet about the attorney's comments from Brandon, sleepy at 8:30. That's also Bob's handle.
7:30.
Yes, Sorsby's got to take his medicine and accept responsibility for his actions. Quit trying to sue your way out of consequences.
Yeah, it's a great tweet.
I think that, I always give golf analogies. There's times off the tee box you duff your drive and you're probably not looking at a par opportunity. You got to take your medicine, get it back in the fairway, kind of get your hole back on track, right? If you want to say that for fun times. But like you put your first shot in the rough, you can try to have the hero move and try to get as much yardage as you can, or you can punch it out, take your medicine, get it back in the fairway, and finish out on a clean slate.
Mm-hmm.
This is the exact same thing. Hey, you duffed your opportunity. You're in the rough. You've got to figure out the smart way to get out of there and get back in the short grass and get back on good terms. And that's going to take a year.
Right.
I took my medicine in college. I lied to my professors. The President of the United States came to our university to talk. I wasn't allowed to come because I got caught in a lie. Unfortunately, it sucked. But you know what? When I got to sit at home and watch the news conference and all my comrades are sitting there getting ready to shake the hand of the president, and I'm over here going, I should be there. You know why I'm not? Because I was an idiot.
Yeah, and you learned your lesson, and it's the best lesson that you can teach somebody is make them be accountable for their actions. Always taking care of something and cleaning up a mess when somebody makes a mistake is not helping that person grow. It's not helping that person advance, and it's really not helping that person be a good member of society because they think they can do whatever they want, and there's always going to be somebody there to clean up their mess. It's time this kid paid for what he did, and stop trying to sue everybody, you spoiled brat.
But let's let Mike Vrabel coach all year. I digress.
Yeah, and let Kayshon Boutte come in here. I mean, the NFL is just ridiculous.
It kind of is.
It's ridiculous. They're on their high horse and their moral high horse. I'm not saying they shouldn't do it. I'm not saying it's the right decision. It's BS, though. It's inconsistent.
What Harbaugh do at Michigan?
Yeah. Or what has Tyreek Hill done? What's Rashid Rice done? Come on. It's just ridiculous.
All of
moral
those,
high horse NFL.
Yeah, but all of those
Corporate
right
greed.
now, all of those right now don't have the same impact that anything related to gambling does. There's so much money on the line, and there's so much credibility on the line that the NFL can't take any chances when it comes to anybody now who's been involved in gambling.
But not 3 years ago.
Different landscape, though, Mac. It's a different landscape than where we live right now. 3 years ago, legalized gambling wasn't available in the state of Kansas. How many states didn't have it? It was a very new thing. Now they see the cash cow that it is. They ain't getting in the way of that.
We'll get back to the NFL on the other side because there was a Giannis trade comp in the NFL, plus teams that we have the biggest storylines moving forward into the NFL season here at 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Fescoe and Dusty.
Terry Hardy's is closed.
Well, that sucks.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan. You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
And Doug.
There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means sitting front row at a comedy show.
Hey everyone, check out this guy and his bird. What is this, your first date?
Oh, no. We help people customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual together. We're married. Me to a human, him to a bird.
Yeah, the bird looks out of your league anyways.
Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Come score the shirt with 96.5 The Fan as we'll be in the Lightwell office building at 11th and Main in downtown KC-Mo every Wednesday between 11 and 1 during the World Soccer Championship, giving away shirts, gift cards, and more. Lightwell, managed by Area, owned by Samara Road.
This summer, Casey's has 89-cent medium fountain and new Frostbite by Casey's drinks. But if you don't have 89 cents, you could check your center console, dig between your couch cushions, ask Grandma for $1, or just use your credit card. 89-cent medium Frostbite by Casey's or fountain drinks at Casey's. All summer long. Restrictions may apply. See store for details.
For adults with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms, every choice matters. Tremfya offers self-injection or intravenous infusion from the start. Tremfya is administered as injections under the skin or infusions through a vein every 4 weeks, followed by injections under the skin every 4 or 8 weeks. If your doctor decides that you can self-inject Tremfya, proper training is required. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. But wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED ruin them. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and I want to assure you that if you're like the vast majority of guys, you don't have to suffer with ED anymore. In fact, you might be pleasantly surprised at how the right treatments could positively impact your love life. At Heartland Men's Health, our advanced medical therapies go far beyond pills. We have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, and we offer specific and combinative treatments that can dramatically enhance both your performance and your stamina. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a far greater level of intimacy to both you and the one you love, perhaps performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and find out why our advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Your first visit is just $99 and gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com. Heartland Men's Health, advanced medical science to improve men's lives.
Hey, it's Vinny Pasquantino, and you're listening to the home of the Royals, 96.5 The Fan.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Southbound 35 Shawnee and southbound 635 heading into 35 are both slow to stop and go. I-435 at Highway 40, 31st Street is stacking up. I'm Bill Brooks, 96.5 The Fan Traffic.
Mounting up, moving along in the 8 o'clock hour here on 96.5 The Fan. Bob Fescoe, Mac Morey, Dusty Liggins, all here with you. NBA draft last night. Some local success. Darryn Peterson from Kansas, number 2 overall. Keaton Wagler, Shawnee Mission Northwest, number 5 overall. And Bennett Sturts, number 16 overall, then traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Liberty native. Played basketball at my rival in college, Northwest Missouri State.
Did you see his suit last night? Had all 3 schools that he played at inside the jacket. That was freaking awesome. I love that. Hey, Dan, can you do that for me?
Dress for the occasion. What are you going to have? Like St.
KU.
Louis, 810, 610, 96.5 The Fan.
Couple I won't have
Dancing
on there.
with the Stars.
Just have a picture of Anselmo.
He'd like that too much.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, he'd think that was great.
Right.
So.
That'd be great. Yeah, you can leave a couple of those out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at least 2.
Right, you are.
Thank you.
So Sam Block, I kind of like some of the stuff he puts on
Yeah.
X. He's kind of got some interesting things about things. We saw Giannis goes to Miami in that trade of blockbusterness in the summer for the NBA. And he kind of put this in an NFL perspective. And we were talking about this yesterday in post-production. And I thought this was interesting as we started to spitball this around the table. He took the Giannis trade and put it in NFL terms. So if the Bengals and the Steelers were to trade on this sort of level, the Steelers would get Joe Burrow and Mike Gesicki, quarterback, tight end, right? Gesicki's good. He's not great. He's good. Bengals would get DK Metcalf, Nick Herbig, Joey Porter Jr., Drew Allar, 3 first-round picks, 1 second-round pick, and 1 conditional first-round pick. That would be the haul, at least he thinks, of equivalent to Giannis and NFL.
Yeah, and 1.4 million people have viewed this, so it's a hot tweet right now. I do like Sam Block a lot, like you. There's some really good, thought-provoking stuff that he will tweet out there. I think he's with ESPN, if I'm not mistaken.
And all thoughts are his own.
Oh, good. Thank God we know that. I will say this. That is a win for both sides. I would do that trade 1,000 times out of 1,000 if I was both of these teams, because Pittsburgh has spent how much time trying to find this dang quarterback, right? I mean, geez, they've been looking for a guy since before Roethlisberger decided to retire. And now they've got an offensive mind, if you will, as their head coach. For the last 18 years, they've had a defensive mind. They won on the heels of defense. Well, the attitude and the way that the organization is being run has changed. It's now being run by an offensive mind. When was the last time the Steelers had an offensive-minded coach? Was Chuck Noll considered the offensive-minded coach? I don't know the answer to that question, but Bill Cowher was a defensive guy, obviously, and Mike Tomlin was a defensive guy. So for the last roughly 40 years, you've had 2 head coaches that have both been these defensive-minded head coaches. And save Ben Roethlisberger, you really haven't had that quarterback. They need that quarterback. And so if I'm Pittsburgh and I'm Cincinnati, I love this trade. I would make this 1,000 times out of 1,000 for both of these teams.
The only problem is you're going to get your quarterback, and then you're going to have the stick figure meme of go do something.
Yeah.
Because he's selling to Michael Pittman Jr., and he's got Ty Warren as his running back.
Yeah, Jalen Warren. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else they have there. Yeah, they got rid of all of it.
And I'm saying I don't make this trade today. This is a great offseason trade because Aaron Rodgers is going to be done at the end of the offseason, right at the end of the season, we think. Yeah. They're going to be needing a quarterback. We know how hard it is to draft a quarterback. If you had an opportunity to go get Joe Burrow, you absolutely go get Joe Burrow before you even consider drafting, I think anyway, anybody in the draft, because we know that Joe Burrow is a proven winner and he knows how to win in the NFL. We don't know that about any of those quarterbacks that are coming out of college. And where Mike McCarthy is in his career, where the Steelers are as an organization, to me, Joe Burrow is a much better fit there than them going out and trying to draft a young quarterback at this point in time. If you had a younger coach, right, like if you had a Sean McVay, obviously you would want to go out there and draft a quarterback. But Mike McCarthy, he's older than everybody else, probably not going to be around as long. Pittsburgh wants to get back to that winning right now. They need that veteran quarterback. Again, I think this is a great trade. I think it's so much fun.
Would you take the over-under on 9.5 wins for Pittsburgh this year?
I'm going to take the over on that. I just am, because Mike McCarthy figures out a way to win 10, 11 games every year, and he's got Aaron Rodgers as his quarterback. I know he's not the way he was, but I don't know. I'm going to take him because he won in Dallas for the most part, 11, 10 wins every year.
I think I go under.
Yeah, I'll go under as well.
Who's their competition in that division right now?
In the Bengals.
And I'm glad that you said that, because Joe Burrow had this to say earlier this spring.
Talk about the idea of trying to elevate the Bengals onto a bigger platform during the course of your career. Do you think that the Bengals are in a better spot now than they were years ago, and how much more work is there to go in that?
Definitely. I think the number one thing is you have to win. And we're going to go win a lot of games this year and play great and win a Super Bowl, and everything that comes with that.
Love the confidence.
Mm-hmm.
He'd also say that this offense is going to look a lot like that 2019 LSU offense.
Did he say better?
Might have said better.
I think he said it's the best weapons I've had since when I don't know, something
like that.
Yeah.
He compared it to one of the greatest college offenses of all time.
Yeah, the greatest. Yeah.
Chase Brown, solid running back. I think he had his coming out party last year. fantasy nerds would know that. Gesicki, tight end, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. They have the weapons. Do they have the sustainability? Which kind of segues us into this next segment of like storylines, I guess, in
Noah
the NFL.
Fant too.
Oh yeah,
Two tight ends.
Iowa native.
Yep.
Because I think when we go into this season, as we're now 79 days away from the NFL beginning, I think when you look at this season, there are teams that outside of Kansas City that obviously you kind of keep your peripheral on, and maybe there's somebody or there's a team out there that you got your interests or your storylines. And Mac, I'm interested to see what your three are, Bob as well, and then I'll give you guys mine. But like three teams that like outside of the Chiefs that you put all your effort into. But outside of them, who are the three teams in the NFL that you've got storyline-wise?
For me, number one is the Giants. I'm anxious to see what John Harbaugh is going to do in New York with a new organization, because this comes from the way, and the Ravens make my list as well. They're number 3 on the list. I'll get to my number 2 here in just one second. The Ravens are very interesting as well because they're acting like they fired the worst head coach of all time and just hired the greatest head coach. Like they acted like they just hired Andy Reid down there with his Jesse Minter. He has done nothing in this league to celebrate, right, as a head coach. But they act like they fired Todd Haley and hired Andy Reid, right? That's kind of the feeling I'm getting from the Baltimore fans, which is blasphemy because John Harbaugh took them to the Super Bowl, won a ton of games down there. So I'm interested to see if he's lost his fastball or if it was just time for a change. A lot of intriguing things with Jackson Dart, the guy who smells his shoes, Scadaboo coming back. They've added a lot of players. Intriguing to see what John Harbaugh does in act number 2. The Ravens, for me, because everybody tells me they're going to be good, I got to watch this thing. I got to see what happens in Baltimore. And my second team, the Jets. Are you going to go out there and actually try to win? Are you going to go out there and try to tank for Arch Manning? What is your coach situation going to be like? I think they had a great offseason. The only thing I think the Jets are kind of missing right now is the quarterback. And so who's that going to be for them? Are they going to end up tanking and getting, Arch Manning? What are they going to do without that? Because it's Geno Smith stuff that's going on now, too, is kind of.
What's going on with Geno Smith?
Oh, they're investigating him legally now? Yeah.
Oh.
There was a situation at the home. The authorities have been involved.
Yes, I did see this. Yes.
Yeah.
This was yesterday. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's not a good situation.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
A woman is accusing NFL quarterback Geno Smith of allegedly assaulting her and neglecting their special needs child in favor of watching pornography and playing Call of Duty.
Yep.
That is
so we'll see how that all
Yeah.
goes down.
Sounds like a great guy.
Yeah, the Ravens is interesting. You mentioned, obviously, we've heard all the hype. It's endless. Yesterday, Lamar Jackson talked about their new offensive coordinator, Declan Doyle, who comes from the Ben Johnson coaching tree and has obviously just kind of been dynamite with offenses wherever he goes.
Doyle rules.
But he's only 29 years old. And again, coming from the youngest head coach in the NFL right now in Ben Johnson. So how does that all work? That's another storyline to watch with the Ravens. There's a bunch of stuff there. So absolutely.
The Ravens are interesting, man. They are so interesting this year.
It's Lamar's team now.
Big time. Yeah. A lot of pressure there, too. Big storyline for me, Minnesota. I mean, we talk about quarterbacks all the time. Kyler Murray, J.J. McCarthy. That storyline's going to carry us throughout the year. But it's not just that. It's the best wide receiver in the National Football League. That storyline's going to become something if Kyler Murray doesn't actually play the way he's supposed to play. If Kevin O'Connell, another storyline, this coach that we've crowned as the quarterback whisperer, the guy who can kind of recreate all these things. Well, he was the one who wanted to get rid of Sam Darnold. He wanted J.J. McCarthy. This was his decision. He couldn't fix J.J. McCarthy. He said, give me anybody. It's colleges or he said it's the NFL who ruins quarterbacks, not the quarterbacks who get bad in the NFL. Something along those lines. Well, you've not been able to fix J.J. McCarthy. Now you've got Kyler Murray. You have to really kind of fix him. And if you don't, it's your asses on the line, and it's Justin Jefferson demanding a trade, the best wide receiver in the NFL. Storylines galore with the Minnesota Vikings, and didn't even mention their defensive coordinator still trying to be a head coach in the middle of suing the NFL and Brian Flores. A lot of stuff going on in Minnesota.
Yeah. And by the way, their DC is suing the NFL.
Yeah, that's just the underlying. Still there. Chicago.
Is there more pressure on Kyler Murray, though, or Kevin O'Connell?
Probably Kyler.
See, I would have said Kevin O'Connell, because if you want to continue this horse whisperer thing, this Kyler Murray better work.
It better be good.
Because if he doesn't, then you're done as the quarterback whisperer.
Yeah, because Darnold just won.
Right.
And you decided, it's fine. I like this JJ guy.
Right.
Yeah.
9.
Chicago
or he
Bears.
was taking the line. They did fire the GM in Minnesota who drafted him, by the way.
Yeah,
So
they did. Chicago Bears will be my next storyline. Face of Madden, obviously, and Caleb Williams, Ben Johnson, second year. Bunch of pressure there. We've talked about all the wide receivers. They got rid of DJ Moore, and now it's going to be up to our guy Luther Burden. Big storyline there as far as fantasy's concerned.
Rome, too.
What'd you say? Yeah, Rome Odunze. You've obviously got Colston Loveland at tight end, who popped off in the playoffs last year, breaking records. Bunch of storylines, bunch of great players, but at the same time, they're moving cities, they're moving stadiums. They've got civic drama there as well, bunch of storylines there, and we've already got the face of the NFL conversation. If Caleb Williams plays like an MVP this season, they win their division in 12 games. Get ready for that storyline to become even bigger than the Raiders. You ask the Raiders, what's going on with them, Mac? They suck. Well, there's a new coach in Clint Kubiak who just won the Super Bowl. That's a big storyline.
There's a new coach there every year.
There is. But I've got a prediction with the Raiders that makes it a storyline, and it is because I believe Kirk Cousins is going to play well. The Raiders will be bad. They will lose games, but he will be playing well. And come week 6, 7, a trade will happen. Kirk Cousins will go to a contender. It'll be his last hope. It'll be his last hope. They need a quarterback. He will go there for 10 or 11 weeks, try and make the playoffs, and the Raiders will have Fernando Mendoza. Obviously, that is a storyline in of itself. Kirk Cousins traded.
That.
Mendoza, the number 1 pick, goes up. Clint Kubiak, what can you do? Ginty, Bowers. Lots of questions, lots of storylines over there in Las Vegas.
Can I add a little wrinkle to that?
Yeah, I like it.
What if Kirk Cousins gets traded back to the Vikings?
Yeah. Yes. Completed.
And Max Crosby gets traded to the Ravens.
There we go. We're talking now.
Who's going to have more action at the trade deadline, the Raiders or any baseball team?
Any baseball team.
Any baseball team.
I don't know. If you trade Max Crosby and Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, that's true. That'd be nuts.
That'd be crazy.
I'd love it.
I like that a lot.
I'll start with Cincy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
All these teams kind of have like not really all of them, but 2 of them do. Cincinnati, right? Joe Burrow, it's now or never, man. Like, you got to stay healthy, right? We talk about Cole Reagans. We talk about the disappointment in that, not staying healthy, but the potential that we've seen, right? We saw Reagans last year in the last month of the season go out there and just fan everybody. Strikeouts all the time. You're like, all right, man, just stay healthy. And we have our ace, left-handed hose, everything like that.
What?
Exactly. And you look at Cincy, and we've seen Burrow do it. He got to a Super Bowl in his second year as a starter. He beat the big bad wolf. He beat Mahomes in his house. And then, since then, we haven't really seen it because he can't stay healthy. You've got Jamar Chase, who won the Triple Crown Award. You've got T. Higgins, who you gave money to. You have an up-and-coming running back, solid piece in Chase Brown. Gesicki as well. You mentioned Noah Fant as well. He's got targets. He's got options. They have built the team around you. You got to make sure that the foundation stays healthy.
Is their defense any good?
I like their defensive line. That's what I'll say. I think they can pressure the quarterback.
And we know that Trey Hendrickson is now in Baltimore.
Yep.
My other team is the Bills.
Yeah, all righty.
Because
Brandon Bean.
Yeah.
You got rid of your head coach.
Yep.
You've got your quarterback in his youth. We talk about missing the playoffs with Patrick Mahomes at the age of 30. You cannot do that anymore. You have got to get to a Super Bowl. You have got to give these fans the support they need. You talk about Cleveland. What has Buffalo won? They're like the 90s Chiefs, but for the last 30 years, minus about 8. They get so far and then just absolutely destroy it. And you got rid of Sean McDermott. Brandon Bean, this is your team. You got callers with all their eyes.
Brandon Bean.
Looking at you to make sure this new stadium is going to be a great time. That's a storyline in itself. Josh Allen, can you ever get it done?
Boy, if they go lay an egg in that new stadium in the first year, too, people are going to be pissed.
Brandon Bean.
Won't be there next year. My other storyline is, of course, the easy, low-hanging fruit, the New England Patriots. What's it going to look like? You went to the Super Bowl, bros. You took your next incoming quarterback that's supposed to be the next, suitor for your franchise to the Super Bowl, and Drake May is maybe that guy. And now you're going to have these people that are going to consistently ask about the Rossini stuff.
I'm laughing because of that.
And you're going to have, you had this whole off season, which everybody was like, I don't know what's going on. Vrabel's in the airport buying a coach purse. Diana Rossini is nowhere to be found. She's just been completely wiped off the face of the sports world. And Vrabel continues to be able to do his job and just, keep a happy family.
Yep.
Do all these nice things. And you went to the Super Bowl last year. Buffalo's in your division. Miami is tanking. The Jets suck.
You have zero excuses to continue this legacy that you're building. You have your head coach who had kind of a fumble in this offseason, not kind of did, with the pictures and the allegations and all these sort of things and the videos. And it's been quiet for a little bit because this is the dead time of the NFL. But as you know, July is just a few short days away, and camps will start, and the storylines will come back up. And can the New England Patriots handle the pressure of going to the Super Bowl last year, having this in the offseason, and seeing if Drake May can continue the movement that he has had with this team? You went and got A.J. Brown. We all knew it was going to happen. Is he going to be reading books on the sideline, or is he really wrapped around Mike Vrabel's finger? He's only got 8 left. 2 are wrapped up already with Diana and A.J.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested to see the storylines that surround the New England Patriots this year. So I go Cincinnati Bengals, I go Buffalo Bills, and I go New England Patriots.
I'm laughing at the Diana Rossini thing because I'm just thinking, like, can you believe that we've spent this much time talking about that and what a scandal and story that has been? Like, this is our job for a second, guys. We're talking about a reporter allegedly not sleeping with a head coach in the NFL. Like, that has been the biggest story line of the NFL offseason. It really has. And how is that going to play into the regular season? Because there becomes a time where your personal life becomes too much, and it does get in the way of what you're trying to do at work because there's so much going on. And I know there's a lot of fail-safes and all this in place, but you always have to factor in the human nature side of things, man. For Mike Vrabel, every single time that he's at that podium and he's looking at the media, you know there's somebody in that audience thinking what they're thinking, and it will never end. And he'll always have to carry that with him. Again, his choice. He decided to do this. This is all. I don't feel sorry for Mike Vrabel at all in all of this, but it has to have an impact on what you do as a daily in your daily life.
You made your bed. You messed up the sheets. You slept in it with someone else. Now you have to answer the questions.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, have you had any contact with Diana C? I'm not answering that question. It's a fair question.
It's like what happened in San Francisco yesterday with Buster Posey. They roll him out there, and there's all kinds of controversial things going on with the Giants. And he goes, we're only talking about baseball stuff. Then don't have a press conference.
No, that was ridiculous.
That was so poorly handled.
Terrible.
Like these PR staffs for these organizations are dead from the neck up, most of them. Why are you rolling out a general manager with all of that controversy that's surrounding the Giants, multiple things of controversy, and then saying we're only talking baseball now?
It's the lead story. And it does have to do with baseball. It has to do with the team.
Right, but they'll hide behind on-field stuff. You don't do a press conference. There's no reason to talk to you. Get bent. Nobody cares what your team is doing. They stink.
Speaking of baseball, real quick, this comes from Jason Stark. You saw what Philadelphia did last night?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Before the Phillies tonight, no team had trailed with 2 outs in the 9th and then scored 8 runs to win in almost 40 years. How long ago was it, you ask? The 1988 Kansas City Royals were the last team to do it, and who was pitching against them? Mitch Williams. You can't make this stuff up. That was 8-23-88 in Texas. And obviously Mitch Williams, wild thing.
Yeah.
And then lost it. Talk about closers. So 40 years ago, the Royals did it, and last night the Philadelphia Phillies had 2 outs in the 9th and scored 8 runs to win the game.
Damn.
Donnie ball game. Crazy to think that. And then the Royals did it against Mitch Williams. Wow thing.
And then once he gave up that home run to Joe Carter, that was it.
It's over. It's over. Hey, the Royals hit 3 home runs last night. This year we have partnered with KCUC, who is donating $50 to Prostate Cancer Foundation for every home run the boys in blue hit this season. 1 in 8 men will face prostate cancer. Early detection saves lives at KCUC, Kansas City's largest, most experienced, and most advanced urology team. You see the best in KC. Schedules day at kcuc.com. The Royals now with 80 home runs on the year. That's $3,950. Jac Caglianone, 14 of those home runs himself, as he did that last night.
Smash.
So real quickly, before we go to break, random thought. Could you imagine a team hiring a coach before the day of the NFL draft? Because the Dallas Mavericks did that with Dusty May.
Yeah, I was thinking about that yesterday. I'm like, think about what just happened here. Tonight's the draft. Dallas just hired a head coach. Imagine that taking place in the NFL. The day before the draft, some team just hires their new head coach. It shows you the level of importance, in my opinion anyway, of the NFL head coach versus basically anybody else that's out there right now. The NBA just showed you, we got this guy as the head coach. He's kind of not in charge of anything. We'll have him coach our players. Dusty may be a little bit of a different situation down there because that does feel more like a long-term thing. but they still hired the guy the day before the draft. I mean, could you imagine in the NFL, Andy Reid gets hired on April 25th and then April 26th is the draft? I mean, it just shows you how vastly different the roles are in the NFL and in the NBA right now when it comes to the head coach, man. It's crazy.
Different roles and yeah, very different sports as well. You hire a coach and then you build your system and the way you draft around his schematics, the way he thinks about the sport. Mm-hmm. In basketball, it's kind of the opposite. Hey, we're going to draft this talent with the best player available, this 6'9" wing, and like you're going to have to figure out how to make it work. It's not about your triangle offense or any of that anymore. Like, make it happen.
Yeah, make it happen. We're going to get the best players, and you need to adjust.
Yes.
And look, Gary Pinkel has said that over the years. Andy Reid has said that over the years. Two coaches that obviously I look up to and think are great at what they've done. They all said we've got to adjust to the players. We can't continue to have the players adjust to us. It just doesn't work that way anymore. And so that is a smart play. Sorry, coach, you're going to have to figure it out. And Dusty May feels like a smart dude who can figure this thing out.
Yeah, me too. I agree.
We'll get to the New York Mets on the other side because it's kind of a fascinating thing here to have a conversation about. Then Matt Cotrero at 9 o'clock here on 96.5 The Fan. You're home for the Kansas City Royals.
You're listening to Bob Fescoe.
I'm surprised nobody punched him in the jaw yet.
And Dusty Likens.
He's a hoe, and I want that known.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends at QC Kinetics are saying, feel better, feel better, feel better. And if you're thinking to yourself, I just don't know what to do to feel better, well, QC Kinetics can help you feel better with that pain in all of your joints. Whether it's elbows or shoulders, knees, backs, hips, it doesn't matter. QC Kinetics is here to make you feel better and live your life again. I'm tired of you guys saying, I can't. It's time to say, I can and I will go out there and do all of those activities. Playing with the kids, climbing the stairs, playing golf, all of that stuff that you've been putting on hold, it's now time to say we're doing again. And you've heard me talk about the team at QC Kinetics and how so many of you have been through their game-changing regenerative treatments that are done right in the office. No missing work, no surgery, no long recovery. The inflammation calms down and the pain backs off. So find out what they can do for you at QC Kinetics. It's a great life out there. Let's start living it together. Start now and get that free consultation. 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. QC Kinetics off 435 in State Line and in Gladstone. 816-412-6299.
Today's match day preview is presented by Fanatic Sportsbook. Download the Fanatic Sportsbook app today. Winning hits different here. Japan will take on Sweden in Arlington, Texas, with both teams looking to win Group F, while the USA will face Turkey in Inglewood, California, already clinching Group D. Group F will be a race to the end between Netherlands, Japan, and Sweden. Netherlands and Japan have 4 points, while Sweden has 3. Netherlands is a comfortable -800 favorite against Tunisia, so they should win the group. But Japan and Sweden still have a chance, and at the very least will be battling for second place. Japan is -105 to win the match, while Sweden is +310. The USA have already locked up Group D and are expected to play a lot of reserves in their match against Turkey. This is why the USA is only a -105 favorite in the match. This has been your official Odyssey Sports Match Day preview brought to you by Fanatic Sportsbook. Winning hits different here. Listen in ahead of each match day for the latest betting insights from Fanatic's all tournament long.
Have you been diagnosed with head or neck cancer? At Kansas City Proton Institute, we're delivering the future of cancer care with state-of-the-art proton therapy right here in KC. Proton therapy means increased precision, reducing side effects like dry mouth, difficulty swallowing, and the loss of taste as compared to conventional radiation. If you've been diagnosed, don't wait. Get your second opinion today and see KC's largest, most experienced proton therapy team. Visit kcpi.com. Kansas City Proton Institute, where you see the best in KC.
This 4th of July, light up the night with Freedom Family Fireworks. We're family owned and packed with the biggest deals of the season. Get buy one, get one free specials. Grab the Godfather assortment for just $5.99 and get free Excalibur shells when you spend $250 or more. With locations in Liberty, Lee Summit, Pleasant Hill, Cameron, Chillicothe, and our air-conditioned Superstore at Highway 291 and 210 just before the Missouri River. Visit freedomfamilyfireworks.com. Then stop by your nearest Freedom Family Fireworks location today. While supplies last, see store for details.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
The Colonel's cooked up a new $10 bucket of the day just for you. Monday, 24 nuggets for $10. Tuesday, 8-piece fried chicken for $10. Wednesday, 10 wings for $10. Thursday, 8 tenders for $10. Friday, 24 nuggets for... Ooh, you guessed it, didn't you? $10. The $10 bucket of the day deal. Every weekday. Only at KFC. It's finger licking good.
Prices and participation vary while supplies last. Not available on third-party ordering platforms. Tax extra.
I'm McCall with Lee Summit Subaru, and it's time to make a big deal out of nothing. Announcing Lee Summit Subaru's 0% event. Get up to 0% on select 2026 Subaru models for up to 72 months. And we have the largest selection of Subaru certified vehicles in Kansas City, starting as low as 1.9% for 72 months. 0% event and a lifetime warranty. Fall in love with driving again at Lee Summit Subaru.
Based on January 2025 through June 2025 Kansas City inventory listings.
Hi, I'm Sam Silvio with M. Shamus Brazilian Grill in the village of Burlington Creek. What's the best way to describe M. Shamus? It's a feast of 14 meat, full rodizio, and 30 choices at our famous hot and cold gourmet bar. More items than most any other Brazilian grill experience. Dine in or retreat to our Inferno bar for lighter fare, small plates, and the best wine and spirits. Or enjoy our patio dining. Go to mshamus.com and discover the joy of eating.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Southbound 35 Shawnee and southbound 635 heading into 35 are both slow to stop and go. I-435 at Highway 40, 31st Street is stacking up. I'm Bill Brooks, 96.5 The Fan Traffic.
Man, you can find these people in the No Fun Club as this story breaks out on Twitter last night. Welcome back into 96.5 The Fan. Mac Morey, Bob Fescoe, Dusty Likens on with you on this wonderful Wednesday morning. So this comes from X. My wife bought tickets behind home plate, row 6, for this game in March for my birthday for $1,600 a pair. She saved up for months to surprise me with this. Tonight, we're paying $1,600 in a downpour to watch Wagaman and Zach Short on a $400 million team. Life is not fair.
It isn't. Man, it's tough. Like, it happens, right? You bought these tickets in March. You should have known, being a Mets fan, something was going to happen that wasn't good, as it always does with that team. So you invested this money, and now you have no game. Essentially is what has happened, because the rains came and the game was washed out. And they charged these guys for parking. And in order to get a rain check, they told the guy, probably not going to be those seats that you have purchased to this game.
Worse seats.
Not going to be the same seats that you purchased, because he probably, as they normally do, probably was purchased through a secondary market. And once it leaves the hands of the team, well, there's nothing they can do about those tickets, right? And so if somebody else has tickets to that game that are in those seats, the Mets are probably not going to honor your tickets for a seat that's there. They will give you a rain check and give you a comparable seat, if they can, inside that stadium for another day. And you bought them from a secondary market, so the Mets aren't responsible for that refund. And I'm following this thread yesterday because I found it very fascinating, because some people think the people are in the wrong who have the tickets, and other people think the Mets are in the wrong as well. And quite honestly, I'm not sure where I lean, I should say, on something like this. Is the team in the wrong, or is the fan in the wrong? Because what I would say is, this guy's making a stink. The team should just cover it up. But what if 10,000 fans a day are making the same stink? Are they supposed to take care of everybody now that has some sort of ticketing issue like this at a baseball game. So it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. And normally I would side with the fan on this one, but you've got your bill of rights on the ticket. They tell you ahead of time what's going to happen and all this kind of stuff. So I have a hard time saying, yeah, this guy and this family deserves, when the rules on the back of the ticket kind of say this happens.
Yeah, it's kind of like buying a stock. It's either going to depreciate or appreciate in value. I mean, whether the team performs, guys are healthy. I mean, yeah, should the team do what they can? They give you tickets to the next game. Yeah, I can't promise you where they'll be. Like, this is, it sucks. Right. I don't know what to say. It kind of is what it is. Like, I feel for him, but at the same time, honestly, $1,600 seats to a Mets game in a regular season.
Now, right behind home plate, but great seats.
Still, that's a bunch of money, man.
You think?
That is a crap ton of money. I don't know if I would spend that to go to a regular season game. Forget baseball, football, basketball. $1,600?
Yeah.
I wonder if they could do something better with $1,600 and to see the Mets.
Yes, they can.
I mean,
yes, they can.
That's a lot of cash for any baseball game. Any regular season
any
game.
Baseball game.
Now, let me ask you this. It's Patrick Mahomes' last game. We know he's retiring. It's 100%. It's his last game ever at Arrowhead. Mm-hmm. Are you going to pay to get into that?
Not
$1,600?
No.
And I'm up at the top?
I mean, that's what I'm asking, because we all say never, and there's always that one or two little things where you're like, yeah, I should probably be there for that. And I would think for all of us, Mahomes' last game, or just the last game at Arrowhead. Right?
Yeah, last game at Arrowhead maybe, but
so
still.
If we're throwing in these semantics of like this sort of anomaly, I'm going as a member of the press.
Exactly, that's the thing.
But you get that opportunity.
I understand that, but I mean that's where I come from, because I'm like, I'm going to go ask questions. I'm going to get into his feels, and I want raw answers that the people are like. When Hosmer's last game was in Kansas City, I'll never forget this. So I'm always in debt to Eric Hosmer. I told this when we were at the Dayton Moore Foundation, see the major leagues, because he's like, we've met before, haven't we? I was like, well, you probably don't remember. He's like, oh yeah, we were both young kids then, right? And I was like, yeah. I was like, it was your last time in Kansas City. I was a nervous wreck. I'm like a bird, crapping peach seeds. And he's sitting right in front of his locker, and I'm like, hey, Hos, do you have like 5 minutes? Stood right up, big smile that he has. He goes, yeah, man, whatever you need. And it was just like, here's a Florida kid that comes to Kansas City and wins a World Series, goes to two, and becomes a hero to many. And like, none of those were the questions. It was just like, what has Kansas City provided for you? What did you discover in Kansas City that you would have never figured out in life? Like, what did the team mean to you? What did the fan base mean to you? That's what I'm more interested in than to actually just see the play. And like, when they brought all those guys out on the field and they're all standing together, and Vern looks over at me and goes, it's pretty cool, isn't it? It's like, yeah, it's pretty surreal, man. Like, growing up as a fan, getting this job, and then having the opportunity to like talk to these guys as humans and not athletes, I think that's where I find the enjoyment of it. Now, if it's Patrick Mahomes' last game and, the media is, booked or whatever, and I'm sitting there, I'm going to watch that from my house, because that's where I saw a ton of great moments. Now, I saw the 4th and 9 play live, saw the San Francisco play to Conley in the end zone live, but like, that's where like, I want to watch everybody else that I've watched games with, that watch this guy bring this franchise to the top, and see how they take it in, right? Because, like, that's just my personal experience. I'm not paying $900 to go into a game.
Yeah.
That doesn't justify the experience.
It's too much.
I don't want to have to deal with it. I don't want to have to put that price tag on it, because the rest of my life, were you there for Patrick Mahomes? Like, yeah. For $900 I was. Oh, come on, man. Like, no, but seriously, that's what it was.
Yeah.
So, like,
and it probably is going to be a lot more than that in 10 years from now when he plays his last game. And there you go, too. Yeah, that'll
like, would you pay $1,000 a ticket to be the first game in the new Arrowhead Stadium?
No.
And that's a big deal.
Yeah.
No. And people will do that.
I'd rather be at the last game at Arrowhead than the first game at the new stadium.
100%.
Right? I mean, isn't that the feel for everybody? I would think, because the last game is that's it. The first game is, we got 30 years, where we can go see a game. I don't need to be at the first one. I would pay more money to be at the last game at Arrowhead than I would pay to be at the first game of the new stadium. I think everybody would be on that side, right? It's your last opportunity to see a game in one of the greatest, stadiums of all time that we had here in Kansas City, and brought so many great memories in the last 15 years or so. And yeah, I think the last game at Arrowhead, and I'm kind of even getting emotional talking about it right now, it is going to be an emotional mess. I think it is going to be an emotional mess, because real talk for a second, guys. Can we have real talk for a second?
No.
there's going to be a lot of people who go to that last game at Arrowhead that aren't going to be able to get into that new stadium because it's going to be so costly to get in, whether it's a suite or a high-priced seat or whatever the case may be.
If I wasn't media, I don't know if I would. Or if I had a brother that does well for himself,
right.
He's very generous, I don't know if I would either.
Yeah, I mean, it's
serious, man.
And
it's very serious.
We have talked about it as well. What's going to happen when we start seeing PSLs for the season tickets? What are we going to do at that point in time? How's that going to impact everything? And, so there are going to be a lot of questions, obviously, that we're still going to have when that new stadium opens. But being in that last game at Arrowhead, especially with Patrick Mahomes still playing quarterback, I mean, it's going to be something special. I can already feel it right now in my bones, guys.
Hell yeah.
It's already going to be one of those emotional games. There won't be a dry eye in the house.
No.
And what we saw when they won that game against the Tennessee Titans, fathers hugging sons, grandfathers hugging grandkids, Mac and his family in the crowd. And I remember being on the field just looking up into the crowd. I didn't care what was going on the field. I wanted to see what the people were doing and hearing all the stories and the tears that were flowing. That's how emotional that last game is going to be at Arrowhead, because the last game at Arrowhead, most likely, guys, is going to come on the heels of the greatest generation that we've just had inside that building. And they're still probably going to be winning at that point in time. So you're going to be going out on a winning note. You're going to be going out of Arrowhead. It's just going to be an emotional scene for that last game. Are you paying $1,900 now to get in, Mac?
Maybe. He got me going. Yeah, maybe.
I can tell. I watched your face change as we were having this conversation, and you started thinking about the memories that you've had there, the moments you've had there, the memories we're still going to have there, and now you're thinking about that last game. You're like, all right, I got to get there.
All right, maybe $1,900.
And to the texter asking the reference to the Mets thing, this guy's wife bought tickets behind home plate row 6 for the game in March for my birthday. $1,600 for the pair of tickets. She saved up for months to surprise me with this. Tonight we are paying $1,600 at a downpour to watch Wagaman and Zach Short on a $400 million team. Life is not fair.
Right, so the game ultimately got rained out, and his rain check, they're not going to guarantee him those seats.
We got a 913. I feel no sympathy for someone who spent $1,600 on June Mets tickets.
Someone says, well, Mahomes' last game is going to be the Super Bowl, so I can't afford that anyway.
No, last Arrowhead game. Yeah.
Yeah. Coming up next, we talk to the manager of the Royals, Matt Cottrero, next on 96.5 The Fan, your home for the Kansas City Royals.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Jac Caglianone, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty. Weekday mornings starting at 6, right here on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, Golden Oak Lending has done so much for us over the last, 11 years probably now, well over a decade that we've been with our friends at Golden Oak Lending, and they have helped us out of so much, whether it's home repairs, whether it's a situation involving credit card bills, maybe college tuition is coming due for you guys and a wedding soon, whatever it is. We all need extra cash. We all need that break. We all need that opportunity to take a breath and say, okay, give me 60 days to not have to make a mortgage payment so I can pay off of some of these bills. And that's what Golden Oak is going to do for you. And it all starts with that free mortgage checkup. It's risk-free. There's no paperwork or credit card required. It's just a phone conversation where you tell the folks at Golden Oak Lending where you are and where you want to go. And then they get to work to try to find a mortgage that's better than the one you're in right now. They'll go to work and they'll look for that perfect mortgage for you. And when they have it, they'll let you know. And with Golden Oak Lending, once you have that free mortgage checkup, you're always part of the family, and they're always looking for ways to save you money. The average cash-out customer saves over $1,100 a month, and you'll go 2 months without having to make a mortgage payment. So get that free mortgage checkup scheduled now. 913-890-GOLD. That's 913-890-GOLD. And let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
So, you're ready to propose, huh?
Yeah, man. She's definitely the one.
What are we thinking about the ring? I got my wife's at Hellsberg. I couldn't recommend a better jeweler.
I could use some help with that.
Man, go to Hellsberg. I had no idea how many details you need to consider. Did you know you can get a natural or lab-grown diamond? I didn't. Figure out what she wants. Trust me, they'll make it happen.
Start your story with Hellsberg. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
Baseball season is in full swing, and that means the summer heat is coming. The guys at Climate Control have been serving KC homeowners for over 35 years, and they know how to get your cooling system ready to handle our scorching hot summer weather. Stay cool and comfortable this summer. Call Climate Control today at 816-265-2830. 816-265-2830 for all your cooling, heating, and plumbing needs. Don't wait. Visit ClimateControlKC.com today. Climate Control Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
And Doug. There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means sitting front row at a comedy show.
Hey everyone, check out this guy and his bird. What is this, your first date?
Oh, no. We help people customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual together. We're married. Me to a human, him to a bird.
Yeah, the bird looks out of your league anyways.
Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Come score the shirt with 96.5 The Fan as we'll be in the Lightwell office building at 11th and Main in downtown KC Mo every Wednesday between 11 and 1 during the World Soccer Championship, giving away shirts, gift cards, and more. Lightwell, managed by Area, owned by Samara Road.
While the world watches the stars at the FIFA World Cup this summer, Hyundai has its eyes on the next generation of talent. The future stars who are already turning heads at age 14. Because next doesn't wait for an invitation. And neither do we. Hyundai has always moved the future within reach. We did it when we made advanced safety standard on every vehicle and engineered EVs with ultra-fast charging capability. Because the future isn't some far-off concept. It's already here. Next starts now. Hyundai, an official partner of FIFA.
Spreadsheets, clunky software, 100 different logins just to run your business? Ah.
There's a better way. Odoo. One simple, connected platform that handles sales, inventory, accounting, and more, so you can focus on growing, not juggling. Make the switch today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Paid for client betrayal and endorsement. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Give me one good reason why I should call DM Law.
How about 3 great reasons? 1, it's easy. 2, it's fast. 3, the results.
Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this. Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Southbound 35 Shawnee and southbound 635 heading into 35 are both slow to stop and go. I-435 at Highway 40, 31st Street is stacking up. I'm Bill Brooks, 96.5 The Fan Traffic.
Join 96.5 The Fan at the Peanut on State Line, Thursday, June 25th, as C-Dot and Rob broadcast live starting at 2, with kickoff to follow at 9 o'clock. 96.5 The Fan, KFNZ FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station. This is Fescoe and Dusty.
I got Mahomes' balls in my hands.
On your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Oh, yeah, football.
From potholes to pop-ups, we got it covered.
Hey!
Here's Bob Fescoe.
Take a bite out of my ass.
And Dusty Likens.
Big nuts. 9 o'clock on a Wednesday, which means we're now joined by Royals manager Matt Ferrero. Matt, how are you doing today, my man?
Hey, good morning, guys. I'm doing well. How are you?
We're doing great.
Has that ball landed yet from the catwalk that Jack hit last night is the main question we have.
It's crazy, isn't it? That ball, I mean, in 2 games, I think there's been 6 of them or 5 of them that have been affected by the roof or the catwalk. But it's sometimes you go weeks without anything going on down here with that. And then other times it just happens in bunches. But that one he hit was, I lost sight of it.
I mean,
I lost sight of where it ended up landing, but I knew it was out of there. That's all I cared about.
I mean, the lies they said it went 435 feet. I could have sworn that went like 690 feet if that catwalk isn't there. Is that the most impressive blast you've seen? Because you've been to that stadium a ton of times. Is that the most impressive home run you've seen?
That's one of them. Yeah, I mean, there's been some balls that have hit that back wall. It's just once it gets that far, it's just a matter of whether it hits the catwalk or not. And like I said, I lost sight of it at some point. I just knew it was a homer. But I looked at the replay last night and this morning. I mean, that slider stayed on the inside part of the plate, and he demolished it.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Can somebody hit one through the roof at that place now? It looks like it's a bunch of cellophane up there on that roof.
You know what's been interesting is they told us it is a lot brighter in there now. They said there used to be multi-layers of the of the roof, and there's fewer of them now, so more light comes through. So it really changes the whole perspective in here.
Man, it's still a dump, though.
They've cleaned it up quite a bit.
So sucks for Cole, man, big time. What's the process moving forward with Reagan's?
Yeah, I wish I had a more clear update for you. I mean, we're pretty certain it's headed towards surgery, but there's so many different things going on with, getting different scans and stuff. I don't have a real clear picture on what he's going to do next. He's got to see another doctor, get another consultation. There's so many different opinions of what could be done or needs to be done. So I don't have a real good update for you, but I hope we know something in the next day or so.
It's tough with players like Cole Reagans who just absolutely can't, fight off the injuries, man. We see it all the time in sports. Is that one of the toughest things you see as a guy who's been in the coaching ranks and kind of the management side of things, watching players not be able to reach their potential, not because they're not good enough, but because they just can't stay healthy?
Yeah, some players get hurt, and that's really unfortunate, especially, you think about a guy like Cole who's been through a couple of these already, a couple surgeries, and does everything he can possibly do to put himself in the best position, eats right, recovers, sleep, like all the stuff that nutrition, all that kind of stuff that you think is important. And, you're a high-level athlete, you're throwing in the upper 90s, it's a ton of tension on your arm, and some guys get hurt, and I feel badly for him and for his family because of everything he's done to put himself in these spots. And anybody that's ever gone through any sort of surgery and rehab knows it's a challenge mentally, physically. So the thing that these guys go through is really, really difficult. And when you're staring at another one of those processes, it can be demoralizing, but he's keeping himself in a good frame of mind.
You mentioned that rehab, and I've told the story. It's so ridiculous, but I understand now what these players are going through. I hurt my knee lifting weights, right? And I'm always in my own mind going, I wonder if I can trust this. It's no big deal for a fat guy who's 50, in the gym, Q. It's like, okay, I'm having a tough time testing my knee. That seems to be now the moment where I actually got it for these players, where they have a tough time mentally figuring out if they can trust that body part again. How do we get people past that,
Well, everybody responds differently. And somebody like Cole, like I said, he's been through this before. So I think, you have a process, you have to trust it, just like anything else. You have people that are trained to bring you back from these things and protocols that these doctors and therapists go through. These guys are so driven to perform that they get to a point where they start to trust things again, but sometimes it takes a while.
So the other injury that's kind of on the forefront, Bobby Witt Jr., how's he doing and what's his process look like? Because J.J. Bucola was on with the 10 to 2 show, mentioned something about like a knee brace. What's the process with Bobby?
Yeah, he's been wearing a brace these last couple of days to do his workouts. Each day has gotten better. He ran bases 2 days ago. Yesterday he ran arcs at a higher percentage. Today he'll hit off of the velo machine just to test the cage, and the hitting hasn't been an issue at all, but he hasn't tried to get close to game speed or anything like that. So we're hopeful that whether he's available today or not, kind of be determined by how the pregame work goes, but we're hopeful in the next couple of days that he's back out there. And the brace is something they're working through, whether it's, there's different ones. There's a smaller one, there's a more restrictive one. And, the way Bobby plays all out all the time, we just have to figure out what's best for him without rushing him back, because he's not going to be able to simulate in his pregame work whether he lays out for one of those line drives or tries to stretch a double into a triple or, hits the bag going full speed to first base. So like we're not going to be able to simulate all that stuff in pregame work. So we're going to have to trust him and how he feels and his communication with us to make sure that we're not putting him at high risk.
Does being on turf have an impact too on maybe not bringing him back sooner rather than later?
Yeah, but now we're only down to these last 2 days. Yeah. So, and obviously playing on the dirt part of the field is different than being in the outfield here. Although I will say the turf here is definitely softer than it's been in the past. Not as bouncy as it was previously. So we have factored that in as well.
I want to apologize ahead because I know you've gotten this question a ton probably, but what have you seen out of Cags since June 1st? I mean, I know the guy's always been a powerful unit, but man, June is just, he's taken off cue, and it's something that I'm sure you love to see.
Yeah, I mean, what we've seen, obviously you guys see the same results, right? I mean, using all fields, power to all fields. I think his swing decisions have been much better, more consistently. Early in the year, we saw the start of those swing decisions emerge. And now recently they've been more consistent throughout. And I think the other thing is, yesterday was a good example of it. He hits the home run in the first inning. Next at bat, he gets to a 3-0 count, and then took the wrong pitches, kind of got into a mindset of maybe he's going to throw me a slider or whatever. He readjusted, got back on the fastball, and was ready the next at bat, hit the homer to left center. So, obviously the talent is ridiculous. The power is ridiculous, but the approach and the understanding how to get back into an at-bat is what I've seen develop the most quickly.
And with these numbers that he's putting up, and, I'm, fanboy here, but he could be an all-star. I mean, I know that, the greediness of me wants him to be in the home run derby, but you've got to believe that he should be an all-star.
Yeah, I mean, certainly. I mean, he's at 14 or 15 home runs now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you're looking at a half season. You're looking at a 30 home run pace, and obviously it'll be tough positionally because he's bounced back and forth now between the outfield and first base for obvious reasons. But I think he's certainly somebody that's going to garner attention when they get into those the guys that are voted in by the players and the different methods to get in. I don't know if he'd get enough votes from the initial fan vote, but certainly going to be in consideration.
Is he a guy that you look at and say maybe he's pulling kind of a Lou Gehrig, Wally Pipp situation over here at first base?
Well, we want both of those guys in the lineup, Bob. I mean, we when Vinny's healthy, we need Vinny to produce too. So, that's the beauty of what Cags can do, is we've talked about the development of him in the outfield. So his athleticism has showed up in both places. So we're certainly hopeful that we get both of those guys in and clicking.
I'm interested to know from the manager's perspective of guys in the home run derby. I know Bobby's done it before, but what's your opinion of your players performing the home run derby? Because there's that theory that when they do it, their swing changes. I'd like to know what your perspective is.
I think it depends on the player. I mean, certain guys like Cags and Bobby, their power is so ridiculous that they don't need to generate it to try to launch home runs. I mean, if you watch Jack's BP, he can hit balls out to all parts of the park with 70% swings. So somebody like him, I don't think that's an issue for him. If it's somebody that's a lesser power guy that's in there that, can just generate it in BP, I would be more concerned.
We were thinking about having that home run derby in Las Vegas now. Making it a launching pad, man. All the home runs are going to be hit out there and whatnot. Let's do the home run derby every year out there.
Well, Philly's ballpark this year, that's a great hitter's park.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you're going to see some moonshots there.
And then last but not least, it's got to be kind of like a proud Papa moment, right? Like you're watching, Vinny's out, Bobby's out, Garcia's been in and out, but you're seeing Carter and Cags, these young kids do this. Massey as well has been great. What's that like seeing 50 runs over the last 6 games with your I don't know, leaders out or your veterans out, but these young guys kind of going, I don't care what the record is, we're here to stay.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think what's been most impressive is the understanding that we're just trying to win the game. We're trying to play one run better. And I think as we functioned more as a team here recently offensively, you see that, like Lofton, big 2-out single yesterday, not trying to do too much after he had homered earlier in the game. Or, we've had numerous examples of that. But I mean, certainly a guy like Cags that's slugging the way he is changes the dynamic of the lineup. When you're able to score multiple runs on one swing, that's big. I mean, we've seen a lot of guys contribute. I mean, Lane Thomas has stepped up. when Lofton, like I mentioned, you mentioned Massey, like we're getting contributions up and down. And when you get that, it makes things a lot more fun.
Well, Q, keep doing the things you're doing. The offense looks great. Go take the third one out of 4 in Tampa. We'll talk to you next Wednesday.
Thank you, guys.
You bet. That's Royals manager Matt Cotrero there on 96.5 The Fan. You're home for the Kansas City Royals. Coming up next, Robert Kraft has an idea that I'll give you. And also, Darryn Peterson goes second overall last night in the draft. What is happening? That's the third loud thump I've heard on this building. 96.5 The Fan. You're home for Kansas City Sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, analytically the best morning radio show in Kansas City, as voted by people.
There's a lot of people talking out of their butt.
Fescoe and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, over at Aspen Lawn, they do things a little bit different than just about everybody else you've ever come in contact with. And I had an experience with Aspen yesterday. They came out to the house ready to cut the yard, so I'm bringing the dog inside to make sure she doesn't, get in the way and anything like that. And so I'm, collecting all my stuff, getting the dog inside. They're doing the yard outside. A great job as always. And then I see the guy out back, and he's blowing everything off and cleaning everything up and making the yard just look spectacular. And I almost went out there and go, hey, don't worry about that. You don't have to do that. But then I realized that's what Aspen does different than everybody else. They go above and beyond. He didn't make that mess, but he was cleaning up all the tree limbs that have fallen from the recent storms and all the dead leaves that may have been around. Did an unbelievable job. And I watched and I go, man, this is what makes Aspen different from everybody else. It's those little things that take your yard from looking awesome to looking amazing. And that's why I love my relationship with Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. And the pest control side of things is amazing as well. That mosquito dome keeps out the mosquitoes, the fleas, the ticks. The yard is safe for everyone, including all of our pets. And right now, Aspen's going to give you a free estimate and up to half off your first application when you mention this ad. So visit them now at aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com.
If your engine takes longer to start in the morning than you do, don't worry. Just take it to Telly. Schedule your service at tellytire.com.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friends over at the Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2 are all about making Kansas City together, right? We all want to come together. We've done a great job of that, and the Sheet Metal Workers are helping even more. And right now, there's absolutely no cost to become a partner contractor with the Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2. So if you're an HVAC contractor, they'll provide a flexible workforce for your project demands, timelines, and economic conditions. The Sheet Metal Workers will help adjust the size, skills, and deployment of your workforce to maximize effectiveness during the times you need it the most. Now, you have the power to go out there and bid every project that suits your business model, and you have the opportunity to make more money. The Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2 will provide the best trained manpower specifically for the HVAC industry, and they'll train your current employees as well. There's no downside. It's completely free, no obligation, just straightforward information on how they can help grow your business and profit margins. Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2. We're an old union with a new perspective on business. Learn more at sheetmetal2.org.
Staples presents Celebrations Made Easy.
I was throwing a party for the twins and had custom invites and a banner printed at Staples. And that's when I saw Party City is now at Staples.
Party City? No way!
So now Staples has all your printing needs and everything you need for a party.
Everything times 2.
And now at Staples, save 25% on all custom banners.
Party City is now at Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in-store, online, or on the app. Some banners available same day when ordered by 12 p.m. Hence 8-1 exclusions apply.
Performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED ruin them. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and I want to assure you that if you're like the vast majority of guys, you don't have to suffer with ED anymore. In fact, you might be pleasantly surprised at how the right treatments could positively impact your love life. At Heartland Men's Health, our advanced medical therapies go far beyond pills. We have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, and we offer specific and combinative treatments that can dramatically enhance both your performance and your stamina. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a far greater level of intimacy to both you and the one you love, perhaps performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and find out why our advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Your first visit is just $99 and gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com. Heartland Men's Health, advanced medical science to improve men's lives.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
Are you looking for a podcast about pro football that doesn't put you to sleep with an avalanche of analytics or insult your fandom with brainless hot takes? Well, hi. I'm Dan Hansis.
And I'm Mark Sessler.
Oh, hi, Mark. And we're the hosts of Heed the Call, the NFL podcast you've been waiting your whole life for.
Heed the Call covers every game, every storyline, everything that matters, and we do it all with a touch of mirth.
Football is fun. Why shouldn't your football podcast be the same?
Follow and listen to Heed the Call NFL podcast wherever you get your podcasts.
Today, partly sunny with slight showers and thunderstorms, high of 83.
Weather brought to you by Duke's Mayo. Welcome to Duke's Mayo Country, where the mayo is so smooth and creamy, it makes every bite better. Duke's Mayo. Look for the yellow lid.
Here's a World Soccer Championship recap.
Brought to you by Lowe's. Members get more at Lowe's and by the first ever Infinity QX65. Here's what you need to know from Tuesday at the World Soccer Championships. Cristiano Ronaldo finally got off the schneid. He scored twice as Portugal beat Uzbekistan 5-0. England were surprisingly held to a 0-0 draw by Ghana. Croatia beat Panama 1-0, and Colombia beat DR Congo in the nightcap 1-0. I'm Nick Costos.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
So Bob Kraft has an idea.
Massage parlors at every game. Yay!
Robert Kraft wants a Patriots game in Scotland after fans World Cup takeover in Boston.
I saw that, yeah. So does everybody right now.
And then breaking news out of the Royals organization, Chris Bubich is expected to begin rehab assignment with Omaha tonight. Get back, get healthy, get traded.
Get boobalicious.
Yeah, exactly, Dusty. You just nailed the plan. Get back, get healthy, get traded. He's got to be one you deal if he's healthy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because otherwise he walks next year.
Exactly. Yeah, he's got an expiring contract. Yeah, anybody on the expiring contract, that's when you got to say you got to go. Well, that's why I asked what fan expectation is for the trade deadline. You know, because my expectation is, you mentioned it, Mac, I think other than Cags, Carter, and Bobby, everybody else for your money is available?
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah, I would too. I don't disagree with any of that.
And that doesn't mean I'm calling an organization and saying, hey, I've got Mike now, but if they say, Michael Garcia, I'd say, yeah, what are you giving?
Yeah, you're taking all the phone calls. You're not offering up. You're taking the phone calls from people, and you're listening to everything. And you're not hanging up because the season hasn't gone the way that you wanted it to, obviously. And so, there's got to be a reason why. Maybe the players aren't right. Maybe certain people aren't. I don't know what the answer is, right? So you've got to find ways to make changes and get better. And based on where your record is and where you are right now, you should not be shy at all during the trade deadline and admit to yourself that you're not going to make the playoffs and make these moves earlier, because a lot of teams aren't going to admit to themselves that they're out of the playoff mix because the extra wild card keeps people around. But let's do the reality. You got 17 teams to climb over. You're out of the race. Don't be foolish and hold on to guys thinking you've got a chance at doing something, because you don't. Sell these guys now and build your organization for hopefully next year.
I'm loving it. Well, hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday.
That's right. That's the Wednesday Fescoe and Dusty poll question sounder. Will Darryn Peterson be an NBA boom or bust? 128 of you have voted, and 57% of you say bust.
Okay, pretty close.
57% say bust.
That's right.
And again, we're basing that on the bitter KU fan. Guys, is that what you're basing it on?
Probably, but I think nationally there, I mean, I'm talking to guys who aren't from here and don't care about KU basketball at all. And
yeah, tell me more.
They're like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, does he have what it takes? Like the mental, and like, I'm just nervous about the missing games because the national media caught on to that so much. So that's all they know. They don't know about the game against Texas Tech where he took over and hit 2 threes at the end of the game. They don't know about that BYU game in the middle of the season where he dunked over the number 1 pick in AJ DeBanza and scored 30 points in 20 minutes and didn't play the second half.
But that's the national
second half. Yeah.
But no, I don't care about that.
Okay.
That's the national narrative, what you just talked about there. That's how everybody views sports that they don't follow on a daily basis. It's the surface level, low-hanging fruit stuff that, we can glam onto this and glam onto that and glam onto that. Now that we've gotten more information about what went on with Darryn Peterson and why he was cramping up and the stuff that he did, yada, 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 I think he's going to be great in the NBA. He's the best player that I've seen at KU since Paul Pierce. And there's been a lot of great players at KU since Paul Pierce. He's been the greatest that I've seen play. And so I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. An 18-year-old kid in college, man, all that pressure, all those voices. And again, that's another problem with the NIL and all this stuff. There are too many voices for 18-year-old kids that are in college right now. They're being pulled in so many different directions. They should be listening to their coach and nobody else. And so you got factoring all that. But his skills are just off the charts. He jumps out of the gym. He flies off the TV screen. He's an amazing basketball player. I think he's going to dominate the NBA. I think he's going to be outstandingly fun to watch.
It's interesting because – I think it's not the same. It's not the same narrative, but Mahomes coming out of college, he's a Texas Tech quarterback. They don't.
We put these walls around people, man.
Crazy.
This was Darryn Peterson, some audio last night during and post draft selection.
I wouldn't be here if I didn't go to Kansas, so it was a huge part of it. I played for one of the best coaches ever and some of the best fans ever, and I'm going to a similar situation with Utah. So it prepared me like that. I'm gonna have a great fan base.
And then after his draft.
All right, congratulations, Darryn.
Thank you, sir.
Do you hope Jazz fans get to know about you maybe quickest when you land in Utah?
Quickest? That I'm a cool guy, super approachable. They can approach me and talk to me like a normal guy.
Yeah, that was kind of one of the questions. It's like, what type of attitude do you have?
Yeah, I'm going to show them when I get there.
Yeah, and you've got a guy like Keontae George who's so kind of outgoing. Jaren Jackson Jr. new, very outgoing.
Yeah.
How do you think you're going to fit into that locker room?
Great. Obviously, I don't know them. I don't know all of them super well, but I think I'm the type of guy I can go be plugged in any locker room, and I can go find a way to relate to guys and have a good connection with guys.
You talked to Keontae George after the draft, though.
Yep.
It sounded like he was excited. The Jazz got the number 2 overall pick.
Yeah.
A talent like you. How did you feel when the Jazz got that second pick?
Super blessed and excited. They got a great team, and I think we got a chance to go win. And that was super important to me. I want to go somewhere and help the team win. And I think it'll be easy with those guys because there's so many other great players.
Austin Ainge said a lot of the Jazz contingent flew out to Ohio to see you. Yep. What was that like? What was that visit? How did that visit
go? I was super impressed by it. They took their time to come and see me, and that meant a lot to me. And I knew that if they were to call me today and take the pick, that I was going to be super content with it and super excited to get there and play for them.
You've been to Utah at least once before? Is that the only time you've been there?
Yep, seen the great scenery. I can't wait to go see it again.
Was it just like an afternoon? How long were you there? Do you remember?
I think a couple of days. We had a couple games there in my senior year.
As you get ready for Summer League, do you expect to be able to play?
Yes, sir.
Do you have an idea what your first bucket's going to be?
What you think?
You're a shooter, but you can get to the rim.
Whatever you want. I'm going to remember this right here is what you need.
All right. Jazz fans are going to see you hit a 3.
There it is.
You're going to go for
knock
3.
One down.
All right. You're going to knock a 3 down.
Yes, sir.
And then your rookie season, you got a lot of talent again on the team.
For sure.
Anyone specific you're excited to play with on the Jazz roster?
Everybody. That's me. I want to go play with everybody now. That's going to be my new home. So.
Has anyone reached out to you yet?
I don't even have my phone. I left my phone on the table. I had someone try to go get it for me, but sure a lot of people did.
Okay.
Perfect. Yes, sir. Thank you.
I loved it.
Loved it. That was good, man.
Very good.
All right.
Very
Let's
good.
go, Darryn.
Yes. Everybody's like, he has no personality. He's a boob. He's quiet. Who you excited to play with? Everybody. What's your first shot going to be? What do you want it to be?
I love that. Let's see in the Summer League. Now I want to watch.
No, I know. Now I'm in. First game, I want to.
I want to see what Darryn Peterson does. If he tries a 3-point shot on his first attempt, we know that's where it's from. But I mean, like that's all you can ask for right there. That was a good first interview. Obviously, the website guy or whoever it was for the Utah Jazz, and he's doing his thing.
He was more excited than Darryn Peterson.
Well, of course he is. Yeah.
And what cell phone do you have? And your shirt size.
Yeah, no, he definitely
They got a
was.
star?
They got a star. Do you know who the coach is at Utah yet?
No, let me look it up.
Don't. No, I've looked it up. I know who it is.
Who is it?
His name is Will Hardy.
JJ's dad.
Was he coaching in? Oh, gosh, I can't remember. I know that name from something.
Yeah, you do.
I do. What do I know it from?
Well, he was a Celtics assistant and he was a
Okay.
Spurs assistant.
The Celtics
so
assistant. Okay.
this guy, say what you want, he was an assistant with the Spurs and the Celtics.
I love that. That's
Holy crap!
2 top 5 organizations in the association.
Yeah.
Maybe. That's great.
And now I'm looking at he's been the coach of the Jazz for the last 4 seasons.
That's so funny. It's just like that.
Never heard of him.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's at a 326 winning percentage. That's why you've never heard of him. The best he's finished is 4th.
I will give you the option of curtain number 1 or curtain number 2 to read from the text line first. Which one do you want? You want 1? Boozer will have the best career in the NBA from this draft class.
Well, he is the favorite to be Rookie of the Year, as you mentioned earlier.
Mac did, yeah.
Yep.
Plus
Yeah.
2.
Plus 240, plus 250.
I got plus 250 on Boozer,
There you go.
plus 275 on DeBanza. Acuff and Peterson both 3-1.
So much less of a jump on the book that you're looking at. That you can go find some good money on other books, but depending
This is
on
the
who you like.
betonline.ag
There
from
you go.
Jimmy. Yeah.
So yeah, FanDuel, DraftKings, they have different odds for others. So if there's a guy like if you're a DeBanza guy, check the different books because I've seen him as high as plus 450 for Rookie of the Year. If you're a Peterson guy, like go check out those other books. You may be able to find a good line. What's curtain 2?
I'm a KU fan, and I don't give 2 craps about Darryn Peterson. He's going to be a bust.
Yeah, that's a lot of the KU fan attitude when guys would go to the pros. They don't care anymore about that kind of stuff. But it's kind of a piss poor attitude, really. I mean, Darryn Peterson didn't not play at KU because he wanted to. You know, he had stuff pop up. And now that we got the rest of the story, let the guy go be great in the NBA, and it's good for Kansas because he's always going to be tied to the University of Kansas, especially when Kevin Harlan's calling the games because Kevin went to KU and loves to let everybody know who went to KU. This is a big deal for KU. The number 2 overall pick, guys, come on, man. We should be excited about this.
Yeah.
Another great job by Bill Self. Seriously. I mean, what's going to happen next year? They may have the number 1 pick in the draft next year.
I mean, you've got Paul Pierce still going to KU. You know, big games. He's in the locker room. He's posting videos. I mean, he's a spokesperson, and maybe sometimes the school's like, "Hey, be better." But still, he brings eyes to that school, and Darryn Peterson could do the same for the next 30 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope his summer league goes just like Cooper Flagg's.
Yeah, he dominates, and then you're done.
You see 2 games, and it's like, hey, brother,
that's it.
You got a little injury in college. We don't want that to happen in the NBA.
Yep.
Even though Cooper's did end up coming back in the NBA, but still, like, 1 Rookie of the Year. The rest is history for Dallas. They've got their future. Because you have people like this. I've been a KU fan for years, and I've watched a lot of basketball, and he's as pure of a player as I've seen since Kevin Durant.
Absolutely. It's what I've said, man. The first game that I watched with Darryn Peterson, I went, this is different. Like, Patrick Mahomes, Darryn Peterson. There are certain athletes that you watch, and you just know right away, this dude's better than everybody else, and it's not even close.
Yeah, I knew that with Mahomes with that Pittsburgh game. I'll say that. I don't think that's a hot take. I think there's a lot of people who be like, oh, I saw that Chargers game. I knew it was,
I think everybody saw the Chargers game and went, let me see it again. And then you saw it again. You're like, all right.
Well, because the way you saw it in the Pittsburgh game was they got up, the defense was so terrible, they got behind, and then they said, hey, can you go dig us out of this hole again? All right, I got it. Just like when he was a rookie and he played that last week against the Denver Broncos. He goes out there. He's got everybody playing at an ultimate level, all the backups. They get up. They put in, your boy from Tennessee. He had his tattoo of his name on the back. What was his name?
For
the Chiefs. They put him in, and then he blew the lead, and they put Mahomes in. He drives down the field, gets the field goal.
It wasn't Brody Croyle. It was
Tyler Bray.
I was gonna say
Yeah, Bray, bruh. He had his name on his bag from shoulder to shoulder.
Hell yeah.
He was a bro. Tyler Bray.
Yikes.
Tennessee.
Yikes.
But anyways, so like you kind of saw that with Mahomes in that preseason.
That's right. They put him back in.
And then Andy goes, come here real quick. Go figure this out. Here's Albert Wilson. Albert Wilson.
Loved Albert Wilson.
No hands Harris.
Yeah.
And Mahomes is making it work.
Yeah.
Which might have been foreshadowing for Kadarius Toney, MVS, and Sky Moore.
It could have been, yeah. I mean, look at what he did now. He got Albert Wilson paid based on that game,
And then you
folks.
can look at the other foreshadowing Mahomes' career where it's like, hey, preseason game number 1, and we're going to see this young quarterback play. Hey, Tyree, go down the field. Oh, no. What do we have here? Just one more year of Alex Smith, and then he'll be your starter. You've just got to wait.
I mean, Darryn Peterson has an opportunity to do some really great things, too. And he's playing in a city where if he starts out hot, he's going to be a fan favorite in a minute, man.
He might already be there.
He may already be the fan favorite out there in Utah. What a great pick for them. I'm excited to watch Darryn Peterson play.
And he's on a decent team. Like, there's some talent there. They're not going to be like the worst team in the NBA.
And then when you got Will Hardy as your coach, anything's possible.
But, like, that's something. So maybe this is a different topic, but, like, obviously the Knicks are going to get you to watch in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Will you schedule watch Peterson?
I don't think I'll schedule watch, but
I'm not saying I didn't mean schedule watch. I mean, like, oh, hey, the Jazz play tonight. That's right. Peterson's
I'll
watch.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I'm not going to put it in the calendar or anything.
Like a Tuesday at 6, you're on the box. You're like, oh, the Jazz are playing. Oh,
Darryn Peterson. I'm interested in the summer league actually more than anything.
I know he mentioned the summer league, that first shot at 3. Now I'm going to be locked in that first game because I know I just feel like I know the way his mind works. Like, it's going to be a 3-pointer. He's going to make a 3. It's going to happen, and then from then on out he'll do whatever he does.
When is the summer league? Is it 2 weeks from now? It's after the 4th.
Really soon.
Everything in the NBA just boom, 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 boom,
It's
boom.
crazy. California Classic, which no idea what that is. July 4th, just through the 7th. NBA Summer League, July 9th through the 19th.
So it's only 10 days to the Las Vegas Summer League.
You've got the Cali Classic, then the Salt Lake City Summer League, and then the NBA Summer League.
Okay, we don't need all of those because our old boss John Hansen used to work in Vegas and covered the Summer League like 20 years ago, and he was like, it was me and everybody else in the gym that were just. I was the only media person. There were no fans. It was the best thing ever.
Dude.
All the relationships that he was able to form from the Summer League stuff, watching these guys play in empty gyms when nobody's there. Now the Summer League is money.
It's a big deal.
It's a big business right now. That's why you mentioned all those 3 places that they're having this Summer League. So Darryn Peterson, go out there and absolutely dominate in your first couple of games and give us all a little bit of excitement of what we're going to watch in the NBA. Like I said again, man, I think the guy's going to take over the league.
Oh, okay.
Everybody's going to know who Darryn Peterson is when this year's over.
I wouldn't hate that.
I would love it.
I would not hate that.
I love people seeing him getting interviews and see that he's a guy.
Yeah,
he's a good guy.
It's just crazy.
It's insane.
He just gives me Kawhi Leonard vibes. Cool. So NBA champion, like top 10 player in the league. Like, what do you mean?
Hall of Famer.
All right.
Where
are we at here?
Yeah, the fact, like, if you're not rooting for Darryn Peterson, did he kick your dog? Like, was it great at KU? No, it wasn't.
Proud to wear the Kansas on his chest.
Yeah. But
sure he was. Did you hear him talk about Kansas? I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Kansas.
Yep. And we read that article a couple months ago in the offseason about how he was upset the way it went down and he felt bad and guilty and thought about Bill Self and how he let him down and let himself down and wanted to be out there. I mean,
I wouldn't be here if I didn't go to Kansas. So it was a huge part of it. I played for one of the best coaches ever.
Sounds like a guy that really hated Kansas and Bill Self. Yeah. And then Bill Self went out and congratulated him after he got drafted.
Bill had knee surgery. That's the only reason he wasn't there.
And still did a live video like congratulating Darryn Peterson.
Hell yeah.
Well, they hated each other in Kansas.
No.
They're not friends.
Was it weird? Yeah.
Of course.
When you see the agent coming out of the crowd and whispering and all that kind of stuff, does it tick people off? You bet it does. You bet it does. The optics were awful.
Yes. Could it have been handled better in some ways?
Yes.
Absolutely.
But to say you don't want the kid to have success in the NBA, come on now.
And to judge him fully as a human based on 6 months of your knowledge on an 18-year-old kid, it's okay. There's a lot of pressure, a lot of big decisions being made for an 18, 19-year-old kid, and maybe he would make some of them differently. Doesn't mean judge him on who he is. Mm-hmm. Stamp it. You're done. Like, come on.
Darryn Peterson also had an assistant coach last year, Jac Caglianone, who played for the Jazz.
There you go.
Ah, that's cool too, yeah.
Little connection.
I do like this because this is what I kind of took last year watching Darryn Peterson. I love this take from the 913 because I told this to Mac and you guys on the air. The game looked too easy for him in college.
It really did, yeah.
Like the way he just was on the floor, at times you watch, because the talent's so equal sometimes in the NBA, you kind of forget where people are because, they might change their hairstyle, you don't know their number, and you're like, which one's, okay. There were times when we were watching KU play last year, and it's like, okay, there he goes. Like oh my God, he just dunked on that guy.
Exactly. Like that's why he's so good because you're right, Dusty. He made the game look small. He was bigger than the game. That's how you know you got somebody that is outstanding, man.
He just gets above the rim easier than most people at 18 do.
Smooth.
And he gets to the rim easier too.
Calm.
Gets there, yeah.
And
no emotion.
He's got great vision, great open court vision.
Yep.
He's got a shot. You don't need to work on that. It'll just get better. and he can get above the rim. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think he's going to be just fine. I think he could be an all-star. I think he's part of this draft where there's so many players you could say which one's going to be the best. I don't know. Look at the 2024 MLB draft. Bazana, Burns, Kurtz, Kaggs, Weatherholtz, Griffin, soon-to-be Condon. Who's going to be the best? I don't know. Maybe they all are, and that's the future of your sport.
Yeah, what a great time to be alive, though, guys, where you have these, and really the fourth sport, hockey, they bring up their minor leaguers right away as well, too, now. They're bringing up 18 and 19-year-olds.
Kids on the ice.
And so all of these sports are now getting around. Bring up these young kids. We want to see what they can do. And with the NIL, you're starting to see the kids, go to college at least for a year to cash in on that money. They're a little bit more developed now when they're coming out in all the sports. And in football, guys are staying longer in college, so they're having more development. So when they do come out, they're even more equipped to go to the NFL and take on the competition in that league. And so we're living in a great time in sports. The athleticism that we're seeing right now is second to none. And as far as the NBA draft last night, you said 4, I said 3. Either way, but I'd lean to 4, take yours over. There were 4 number 1 picks taken last night. In any other draft, the first 4 guys would have been number 1 picks in probably any other draft in the last 10 years, right?
100%. We will be talking about this draft the way we talk about 03 and times that, double that. Because there will not be a Milicic in this draft in the top 5.
Because you had local kids going. You had, obviously, Peterson played at Kansas, goes 2 overall. Keaton Wagler, he goes at number 5 overall. Shawnee mentioned Northwest. And then Bennett Sturts goes 16th overall, then traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder. So hopefully we see him do some things out there, man.
Hell yeah.
He was drafted by Minnesota first, right?
Yeah. Memphis.
Memphis, that's right. Yeah.
From Memphis to OKC, not a bad upgrade.
I mean, a huge upgrade, both city-wise, team-wise, everything-wise.
Good to go.
Is Sturts' ceiling Caruso?
I don't see him as that defender, but yeah, but as far as role player goes, yes, like a role player, great off the bench, it makes plays. Yes.
Okay.
Yep, completely agree.
I'm excited about this draft and seeing them where they go because that's something that gets me more involved. I mean, I already love the NBA. This gets me more involved.
No, same here.
I'm excited to watch Darryn Peterson now, and I hope he does great things just despite the negative people.
This is Mr. Peterson. Coming up, Diana Rossini news story. I swear it's true. 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Carter Jensen, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, weekday mornings starting at 6, right here on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, my friends over at Hy-Vee do such an amazing job. I love going into Hy-Vee. I love shopping the aisles. I love their produce department. I love talking to KJ at the fish department at 135th at Antioch and browsing the aisles and seeing what they have because every time I go into Hy-Vee, I get inspiration. I love their bakery department as well. Their brookies are absolutely fantastic. But, like a lot of us, we get busy and the weeks have so much going on. Even in the summer, we've got stuff going on every single night, and I'm sure you do as well. So if you're busy and you're just not finding that time to get to Hy-Vee, let them do all of the shopping for you and experience the convenience of ordering your groceries for pickup or delivery from Hy-Vee. It's very easy. Just download the app or go to Hy-Vee.com. Choose your store, select your items, and Hy-Vee will do all the shopping for you. All you have to do is pick up the order or have it delivered to your home, which is free, by the way, with our Perks Plus membership. So save time, save money. What could be better? Only at Hy-Vee.
America is turning 250 this year, and Circus Sports is celebrating by offering all users in Missouri $250. Dane Hughes here, and for everyone in Missouri, all you have to do is deposit $250 on your Circus Sports app. Then play through that deposit. Once you do, Circus Sports will reward you with $250 right in your account. This is available for everyone in Missouri, new and existing users. Celebrate 250 years and find out more at circusports.com today. Must be 21 or older in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Well, I'll tell you, over at QC Kinetics, they want you to feel better right now. They want you to stop having joint pain. They want you to be able to go out there and do the things you love this summer and not have a knee issue holds you back, or maybe it's an elbow issue and you can't play tennis anymore. Maybe you've got a back issue and it's hard to walk upstairs. Whatever it is, QC Kinetics is saying enough, enough, enough. It's time to start doing and not bracing for that next jolt of pain. You've heard me talk about the team at QC Kinetics, and so many of you have been through their game-changing regenerative treatments that are done right in the office. No missing work, no surgery, no long recovery. The inflammation calms down and the pain backs off. So go find out what QC Kinetics can do for you. It's a great life out there. Let's all start living that great life together. Get that free consultation now to see if you're a good candidate. Call 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. QC Kinetics off 435 in State Line and in Gladstone. 816-412-6299.
Liberty Mutual customized this song for you. Like your car insurance, it's custom too, yeah. Liberty Mutual's got the coverage that could save you money. Thanks to Doug and Limu, well now you can go and take that cruise. Liberty, 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 yeah.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
ZipRecruiter.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
The world's biggest soccer tournament has arrived, and you can trade the entire tournament on Kalshi. On Kalshi, you can trade every match from the opening rounds all the way to the final. Last week, Spain was trading at 17% to win it all, meaning a $100 trade could pay out $572 if they win soccer's biggest prize. Want to know what they're at today? Check Kalshi. On Kalshi, you're trading against other people in a live market. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code PITCH to get a $10 credit when you trade $10. Kalshi, Kalshi, trade on anything. 18 plus only, must be present in state where it is legal to trade. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Prices, value, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. $10 free credit with no expiration. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. For more information, see Kalshi.com/regulatory.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm McCall with Lee Summit Subaru, and it's time to make a big deal out of nothing. Announcing Lee Summit Subaru's 0% event. Get up to 0% on select 2026 Subaru models for up to 72 months. And we have the largest selection of Subaru certified vehicles in Kansas City, starting as low as 1.9% for 72 months. 0% event and a lifetime warranty. Fall in love with driving again at Lee Summit Subaru.
Based on January 2025 through June 2025 Kansas City inventory listings.
Hi, I'm Sam Silvio with M. Shamus Brazilian Grill in the village of Burlington Creek. What's the best way to describe M. Shamus? It's a feast. A 14-meat, full rodizio, and 30 choices at our famous hot and cold gourmet bar. More items than most any other Brazilian grill experience. Dine in or retreat to our Inferno bar for lighter fare, small plates, and the best wine and spirits. Or enjoy our patio dining. Go to mshamus.com and discover the joy of eating.
Here's a World Soccer Championship preview.
Brought to you by Lowe's. Members get more at Lowe's. And by the first ever Infinity QX65. Mexico wraps up the group stage with a low-pressure match against Czechia in Mexico City. Czechia needs a win to boost their odds at making the knockout round. Meanwhile, South Korea still has work to do against South Africa in Monterrey. South Korea is in good shape to advance. South Africa can get into the picture if they get a win. I'm Mike Conti.
I've got to ask, I know we don't like to go to like huge events all the time, but how fun would like Tight End University be?
So fun. Fun, especially with Taylor being there again.
Looks like a great vibe.
Yeah.
She, I think, dedicated a love story last night to George Kittle because like his wife or something like that was like, this is his favorite song of yours. And then he's out there like a fanboy singing every word. Doing
It's awesome.
Like,
It's so fun.
she goes over there with like Lainey Wilson or something like that.
Yeah, she did with Lainey Wilson. The two of them sang last night.
It just was like a really fun party with good vibes.
Yeah, it really is. You're absolutely right. Like wholesome fun.
Like, are tight ends the one position player in football you want to party with the most? I mean, Kittle, Olsen, Kelsey, Njoku. He looks like he's fun. Ty Warren, Cole Kmet. I don't know. They just seem like they'd be a fun group of guys.
Yeah, as long as they're bringing Taylor and she's performing too, that would be the best part about that.
What's the big man for Pittsburgh? Washington? Played at like Alabama or Georgia. He played at Georgia. He was like the big tight end. That's a guy I'd want to party with. I forget what his name is, but he's a big dude. Aaron Rodgers was throwing him touchdowns nonstop before he got hurt. Not Aaron, the tight end.
Oh, the tight end. I would say Aaron?
Yeah.
That's an intriguing one. Back to like the most intriguing teams. Pittsburgh is intriguing this year.
So random that Polymarket Sports came out with this. Says Diana Rossini made $800,000 per year. Wow. The story that just doesn't seem to ever go away.
It's never going away.
And now Pro Football Talk is talking about it.
Oh, they are? What are they talking about?
In a significant article for several reasons. First, it contained several new revelations. More on those in a later post.
Oh.
Second, the Times owner and operates The Athletic. It's impossible not to regard the new article as a precursor to the announcement of the results of the review that The Athletic has been conducting since early April. So they're trying to continue to go through with all this stuff. As of last week, the probe was still ongoing. As of June 10th, the investigation was still a few weeks away from its conclusion. Well, 2 weeks since the final answer was a few weeks away, it's possible, / if not probable, that the Times decided to get ahead of the looming announcement by The Athletic regarding the investigation by doing something that neither the Times or The Athletic had done regarding the biggest NFL story in the offseason, engage in journalism about it. So we're getting more information, or like I'm just confused on what we're doing.
They're still investigating. If you're the New York Times / Athletic now, what do you've already fired her? You've moved on. Like, why are you investigating this any further? I mean, the only reason people are investigating this is because
she stepped away.
Well, whatever. That's what I said. Whatever she did, right? We're all nosy. We're all busybodies. That's the only reason why the Times and the Athletic are still investigating this stuff, is because they're nosy busybodies and they want to see, obviously, like all of us, what really went on. But why are they wasting their time doing this? They've already moved on from the employee who caused allegedly the problems there.
Is there anything more nosy than your dog?
Journalists, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, good journalist.
Like the minute you open the door in the morning, dog, right there. You open up the cabinet where the dog food is, right there.
Mm-hmm.
Open the back door, right there.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
None of your business. But come on out anyway.
Yeah. No, they are nosy, but I mean journalists as well, especially good ones. I mean, God. I mean, this Rossini thing.
You kind of have to be that way, though,
You have
right?
to. Yeah, you do. You have to be. You have to be that way. It's kind of a par for the course, and you got to be nosy. I mean, that's why I always like to go to the locker room. I'm nosy. I like to know what's going on with everybody. So, but this Rossini thing, it's not going to end. It's not, because it is a soap opera. It is a saga. It does get humans interested, and anything that has that human interest side of things that's a scandal, it's going to keep out there. It's going to keep legs, and people are going to continue to talk about it. Now, eventually it will dissipate, sometime during the season, I would imagine, but it's always going to be something that's in the back of everybody's mind and subconscious about all this kind of stuff, about what really was going on with Diana Rossini. But more importantly, is this happening elsewhere? And that's going to be the next one. Is there going to be somebody else who falls into this Diana Rossini trap?
Someone that did fall into a trap was your New York's finest. A J.P. Morgan executive lost her job after a viral video showed her dumping trash from the New York Knicks-themed public bin and walking off with it. The bank confirmed that Angie Baez was, quote, no longer with the company, according to the New York Post. As you saw that video of that woman dumping trash out of the thing so she could take the bin.
What a
and lost her
life.
job.
Yeah, and she was like HR, like you said, right? Yeah, in charge of hiring and all that kind of stuff, in charge of people.
What they said,
yeah, that's a shame. Don't act like an ass.
Don't you know cameras are everywhere?
Everywhere.
I mean, you're just dumping a full bin of trash. Like, take the full trash bin. Just take it with you and find a dump and then pour it in there.
Yeah.
And you still have a job. And you have a pretty cool trash can.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's here on the subway with the trash can, smiling after a video of her dumping it all over the street. Somebody else has to pick that up, you turd.
BBL stinky. Trey talks
BBL stinky.
Trey talks to the NBA. Is Drew still in there with you? Okay. Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, Jaylen Brown. Should the Cavs and Celtics make this trade to swap Evan Mobley, Jaylen Brown, and a 2030 second-round pick, the Celtics receive Evan Mobley, Dennis Schroeder, and a 2030 first-round pick. Boy, both you shake your heads
Me and
fast.
Drew are both disgusted at this.
I thought he was up there with Giannis. I thought you were in the hall. You gave Giannis.
I loved Mobley coming out.
But you love Jaylen Brown more.
Yeah, heck no. No, I'm not getting rid
Did
of
I
Jaylen
hear
Brown for
Harden in that trade too?
There's just like
Harden. No, I'm good.
Did somebody say Harden too?
Would you trade? Is this dumb? Would you trade Jaylen Brown for Donovan Mitchell?
I would need more. Jaylen Brown's better than Mitchell, so I'd need
For
more.
sure.
But I don't hate.
What about Jaylen Brown for Donovan Mitchell and Jared Allen?
Yeah, we're talking.
Okay.
We're starting to talk. We're starting to have some good conversations
Roster
there.
knowledge.
Yeah, I would like that. But
because who's your big man in Boston right now?
They don't have one. They
Okay.
drafted Chris Sinak yesterday out of Houston. They don't have a big man. It's one of the reasons that they lost among many others, but it's one of the reasons they haven't been able to make it far. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see where they go with that. But yeah, big man would be nice. I mean, Jaylen Brown and Giannis in the same talks. No, it's not like that. At this point, I'm wondering if Jaylen Brown even gets traded.
You said it was going to happen before the draft.
Before the draft, and now that it didn't, I'm going, okay, well, Brad Stevens obviously didn't like what he could get. He's not going to get Trey Murphy from New Orleans, and this team has won. This duo has proven it. If they can get over the emotional, off-the-court, personal side of things, then it's a great duo.
Got its ego that gets in the way of everything.
Mac, I asked Bob, is there anybody more nosier than dogs? He said journalist.
Yeah, it's...
Somebody on the text line says any city Facebook page or ring page. The ring people, insane.
Yeah.
Has anyone noticed this dirt bike driving down the street? It looks dangerous. Do you have anything better to do than to monitor your ring app?
No.
Golly. Either way. Man, we're already to Thursday tomorrow. Can you believe that?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes, I've been a day ahead all week. So
we get to go watch Carrington try to flip a hamburger for the first time in his life at 38 years old.
Hey, I'm going to go downtown and hand out T-shirts too, so come see me. Where am I going to be at, Mac? 11th and Main?
11th and Main, baby.
We're in the parking lot
Lightwell.
trying to watch the main man flip a hamburger. SpongeBob does it better. Here on 96.5 The Fan. Go do something nice for somebody. You never know. Change their day, their week, their month, their year. It's simply cool to